We on. problem. Black people fighting amongst themselves, that's the problem. White people fighting amongst themselves, that's the problem. U.S. foreign policy is simply just bomb them. Rebels against their own government, the U.S. arms them. Then when things get out of hand, yeah, they try to calm them. More money, more diplomacy, just charm them. If that doesn't work, then they move to Osama. Turn them into a terrorist so they can disarm them. Through the corporate media, we don't stand a chance, but too many people want us to just stand and dance. So as long as I'm dancing, acting or rapping, walking around like I don't know what's happening, you like me, you like me. If I'm talking about drinking, it's not about thinking. As long as I'm high and I never ask why, you like me, you like me, you like me.
Peace, 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 peace. It's the time to this one. And this is your AUTOCHTHON Build, your weekly build with the Tauntauns and the Aborigines of North America and the conjoining islands, as well as South and Central America. So peace to the Aborigines. Peace to the brothers. I got my brother with me, my normal brother, usual. Co-host Chief Holiday, along with the brother AP Power in the building. And like I said, this is the AUTOCHTHON Build, man. So what's up, fellas?
Peace, peace. Peace to everybody, man. You know, we ready to keep dropping this flame, man.
That's what's up.
Yeah, we definitely ready to keep dropping this flame. It don't stop. We're gonna keep applying pressure on all this pseudo madness.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So yeah, man. I mean, what you got going on, Chief?
Yeah, peace to all American Aborigines. Chief Holiday in the building. The truth is here. Shout out to America. Shout out to AUTOCHTHON this one. Shout out to Black Aboriginal Power. What it do, man? How y'all doing?
Whatever. Go get you some hello.
You already know, man. You already know, man. We're cooling, man. Just ready to run this little attack.
You cut out, brother. Hey, one, we can't hear you, brother. Chief, can you hear?
Yeah, what's up?
Okay, I didn't know. I think AUTOCHTHON was speaking, but I think his mic went out.
Okay. See what he's sharing right here. Okay, he got the chinchilla mummies up.
Yeah, man, with the long dreadlocks, you know what I mean? So
yeah, man. Shout out to everybody, man, listening in. We definitely appreciate it. I don't know that first song that he played. I don't know. I had to talk about it when they get in.
Yeah, that was Duke of Tears, I believe.
Oh, okay. Shout out to the Duke of Tears, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, man, brother, we putting in some work. Oh shoot. But yeah, we're gonna have an interesting night tonight, fellas, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be showing a lot of imagery. You know, and what we're gonna call these are primary sources. Because they have timestamps on them, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, you know, so yeah, that's basically what we're saying. And you know, and when you see a painting, right, of 2018, or say 2017, or 2012, let's say I give 2010, okay? So you see, it says at the bottom of it, 2000, and it shows a depiction of something that happened in 2010, right? Or you say you see a photo, and the photo's in 2010, so it's a timestamp. So we could say, oh, we could use that picture in 2010 as a primary source from what the person in 2010 was looking at in 2010. Y'all see what I'm saying? Or took a picture of in 2010 or wrote about in 2010. We'll say, oh, hey, that person looked chocolate or dark skin or light skin, long hair, short hair, high top fade, low top. Y'all see what I'm saying? So we would have a depiction of a certain time in 2010 of what that person would look like. You know what I'm saying?
All right, man. We back.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, we back. All right. That's what's up. All right.
No,
So
we was here. I think we were there.
No, I'm talking about me. I'm
Yeah,
talking
we
about
was
me.
there the whole time.
I know y'all was there. I'm talking about I'm the one who went out.
Yeah.
Hey, no, we were just talking about primary sources, like what we're going to be showing tonight, or primary sources of pictures. And I was kind of explaining from 2010, if we painted a picture or took a picture of somebody or wrote about something or somebody in 2010, we could use that as a primary source when we're talking about a certain event or that person or that place or thing in 2010. So we take it back even further in 1700s, 1600s, or whatever. And if somebody said, hey, they were writing a depiction about what the people look like that they seen, what the place smelled like, what the food tastes like, so on and so forth, right? They wrote about it, what it looked like. So we have to say, hey, that's a primary source from that time period in 1600, 1700, 1500s, whatever, right? So we and they didn't have pictures, so we have to go off of what the artist's rendition or the depiction of what that thing is. That's what everybody else do around the world. They still here in Asia, Buddha looked like A, B, C, and D. See what I'm saying? So they make you have a depiction of what these people look like in this time frame. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? So we're gonna say that these will be primary sources, primary evidence. Shout out to Dr. David Imhotep. When we argue from an evidential thing, not an emotional thing. Oh, I want to be African. Not none of that. It's not emotional. It's evidence. And when I asked, shout out to Consul, but when I asked Consul today, and now y'all, he might didn't hear this, but we said that we excluding DNA evidence, we're excluding roots. Okay, so basically that's essentially what he's saying. What he's saying is the stories that he got. I know, goddamn it, the only story that he got from his mama, grandmama, anybody else would have to be roots, because there's no other stories. Cause we can't find the stories, or Huck Finn, or whatever. Shout out to Jabari. I can't believe Jabari trying to explain slavery and use Huck Finn and roots as his primary sources for this. Y'all see how that work? See how that work? That's not smart. That's dumb. These are fictional books. Both of these books. Not Huck Finn. Uncle Tom's Cabin, I'm sorry, is a fictional novel, y'all. So these in the African was fictional. And when he plagiarized a fictional book, that did not make it historical. Y'all see how that work? Just because you wrote, like if I rewrote Peter Pan, right? Or Harry Potter or some shit, right? And I put a spin on it. And I made them jump brooms and shit and all this dumb shit, right? It ain't making a historical book now, but it started out a fictional book. So that's what y'all doing. So the facts are that it had to be a lot of people here in America to build these things if it was prior to engines, prior to technology, prior to shit. So when we say that we have architecture that is some of the oldest architecture at the time, some of it is during the same time period as architecture is going on in Kemet. That's what y'all benchmark is, right? So it's the same time period. So they wasn't, and it's independent thinking, independent of what they're doing in Kemet. See how that work? So what we're saying is that we're focusing on this landmass and what we've done here, and how can we tap into that energy to turn it to currency, to turn it to progression, building something. You know what I'm saying? So we haven't been building anything because we're working off of false information, period. So we show primary sources. When we say we got bones, those are primary sources, man. Goddamn, Lucy is a monkey. She's 7 million years ago. Give me some more. Give me another name of some bones that you can say, oh, no, they reconstructed Clyde, Hakeem or some shit. Please pull him up. Y'all can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So you have no sources at all, let alone have primary sources, because roots and DNA is not valid. It's not a source. Okay. So you have no primary source. So we're going to be showing primary sources all night. What we show. And anytime that these guys, smart dummies, that's what I call them, they always pull up information that they think is going to debunk us. But when they're reading it, they don't understand what they're reading. He gonna ask us about Aborigines. We're not gonna argue no more about what an Aborigine is. Thank y'all for keep promoting it. But if anybody was smart, then when they hear it, if they don't have an understanding of what it is, if you think it's some Australians, listen, you have Aborigine Chinese people, you have Aboriginal Europeans that wouldn't be black. I mean, wouldn't be white. You have Aboriginal Africans, people that are from that landmass that's been there for hundreds of thousands of years, or whatever. Right? They have their stories. That's that. So what are we talking about? So when I asked a brother from Mali, were we Aboriginal to Africa? He said, no, you're Black Americans. So we got to get this thing straight, man. So a lot of times when people are arguing, they don't understand that we still have people arguing with us about what an Aboriginal is. They're still saying it's from Australia. That's crazy talk, y'all. And we keep explaining this to y'all. All you have to do is punch it in your dumb phone. Your phone is not smart. Your phone is dumb. See how that work? I mean, it's just crazy, y'all. I'm serious, y'all. What are we gonna do? Hey, what you about to pull up first, bro? Etymology.
Right, no, I'm just going to go ahead. We could just do this real quick, man.
Jeez.
All right, let me see something real quick. All right, boom. Here we go. All right, Aborigine. All right, Aborigines for dummies. All right. So 1858, say mistaken singular. Was this a noun or verb? We know that they even use noun and verbs and interchangeable. So don't even, but the 8 parts of speech, yeah, we know that some of them cannot be like switched and swapped in like a noun and different verbs. Like you got verbs that can be nouns and then they use it as a noun and then they confuse you when they say it. So understand, so mistaken singular of Aborigines, 1540, say Aborigines considered the correct singular in English. It say from Latin, Aborigines, first inhabitants, especially, all right, whatever, it say first ancestors. It say of the Romans. Oh, I ain't never read that before. It say possibly tribal name. It say or from the made or conform to Latin phrase, originally, say which literally from the beginning. Okay, it say this is from AB off away from CAB, ablative argo. It say a rise of commencement being source descent lineage. I always get that word wrong. Birth. It say stem, etc. It says extended 1789 to the natives of other countries with Europeans have colonized. Australia, slang is say abo attested from 1922. Okay, so now I say extended 1789 to other countries which the European colonized. Where did the European come first? So who were the first place calling Aborigines? $1 million question to the young man right there with the hat on. It was America. All right. So just like that's just for dummies. All right. So now look, let's just get with this real quick. All right. So now here we got the regular thing up here. I ain't been able to really make no videos because I already told y'all what it is. But now that I found a little method of how I'm gonna do this, can y'all still see the screen, Chief? Chief, let me see. Y'all still with me? Y'all can hear me? I don't know. I guess they must have stepped off or whatever. But let me get back to it. I can't see the chat neither, so hopefully y'all can hear this. All right. So this is what the riff is, and this is what Brother Reggie and the rest of these idiots don't understand. I gotta call them idiots because they come and they knock us for calling ourselves Aborigines, and they say they never really see no proof. All right, and I've been showing proof on most of all my videos. All right, so this is simple shit. You know, we've been doing slavevoid.org, whatever, and as you see, you put in 100-year period. They got flags, embarkations, broad embarkation region, specific disembarking region. And remember, embark mean people got on. Disembark mean people got off. 5 year, 10 year, 25 year, 100 year. Notice it only go 100-year period, right? Now look, you put I like to put the broad disembark regions, and then I'll put embark / disembark, right? So now we come here. I mean, we already can go. They go all the way to Africa, right? Now notice, right? It shows you embark, disembark from Africa, right? Now this is a mystery right here, right? Because this should show you how many, this for number right here, honestly, should be this number. Because this is, look, it's a total. So that's the total of all these different countries right here. Europe, mainlands in North America, British Columbia, British Caribbean, French Caribbean, Dutch America, Danish West Indies, Spanish American, Brazil, Africa. All right, so now you get to the total. So you got embark, you got 12,000, you got 12,521,337. Disembark, you got 10,700,000, 2,655. So all right, so now you got a total, you got the total, you got the embark, disembark. All right. So now, why is it showing the embark and disembark from Africa? But these numbers, if they got these people right here from Africa, why the fuck is it not showing this right here? Now, even though if you go to the let me just show y'all something, just so y'all don't think that I'm doing nothing pseudo. They do show you the African ones. All right. So now look. They'll show you these. Sierra Leone. Now, understand this. They took the people in Sierra Leone to this day, a lot of them came from the Americas, or if they came from the Caribbean, okay? I already made the video about the Maroons that was sent to Nova Scotia and then sent over to Sierra Leone, because they the one who formed Sierra Leone. Now remember, Sierra Leone didn't become a country until like 1866. So how do they know all these people overlooked? They got this from 1560. So they don't even know what the country was at that time, but they still call it Sierra Leone. All right, so they showing you all the years that they was bringing people. This how you know they lying, because the country was founded with people who came from the Americas. Right, so this is how you know they lying about a lot of this stuff, right? A lot of these countries didn't even exist, right? So even though you get to the Wind Coast, well, I believe one of these, I think one of these is supposed to be Nigeria, the Benin, or one of these supposed to be. I think the Gold Coast would be Ghana, the Wind Coast. I'm not sure exactly what the Wind Coast would be, but I think that this right here is supposed to be Nigeria, if I'm not mistaken. All right, don't quote me on that. All right, but they do show you the so-called African regions, right? Now, like I said, man, all right, let's deal with this, right? Let's deal with this. You see this number right here? So embark, disembark. Now they showing you all this, right? Well, why would they have? Why when you go to the broad disembark regions, it show you Africa up there. All right, so right here, when we go back over here, you see Africa right here. And then you see the total number of the people that they lied to you and tell you that they brought over here. All right, now, I'm telling you like this, from my research, this is kind of impossible, because from the research that I seen, they were shipping people out of here first. So they ship people to these right here, man. The Dutch and the Danish and West Indies, along with the Dutch America, and plus the French Caribbean. Remember, the French was in Louisiana. So that have to be, and this is only one, this is only 1 million. This is not a lot of people right here, right? Remember, the French was in Africa, okay? But the French also was in Louisiana, and the Mississippi go right out to the damn Caribbean, all right? British Caribbean, all right? We know that it was already people in the Caribbeans when the British got there, when the British took it from the Spanish, all right? But nonetheless, though, let me show y'all something different, right? Now, this is a brief article I got, and it's very informative. Whether it's not, whether we can't prove it 100%, or we cannot prove it, but just know that somebody did some research and they'll be able to prove it. All right, I'm not reading through this whole. Article. I'm just going to show you and say how many people were here how many people were here before Columbus. All right, it say one of the few certainties, the Indian population of North and South America suffered a catastrophic collapse after 1492. Now that's what they will want you to believe, even though that is true in so many aspects of it. All right, so I'm not even reading this. I'm just going to explain it to you. All right, I can explain it a little bit better. You guys can check that out. Remember what the title is. How many people was here before Columbus? All right, so I just want to get down. These are the people they said was here. All right, look, notice how these people look. All right, look how these people look. These are the people that he said Columbus found and everybody was found. All right, so just remember, keep that in mind. All right, now check this out. Let me see something, man. Let me make sure, Chief, y'all still with me, man?
Yes, sir.
All right, okay, all right, bet. All right, okay. So now look. Now, some people might look at this and say this is pseudo, right? But understand this, right? Look. So I say in the Americas, it say of 1492. It say nearly all scholars estimate of the New World from 1492, population fell between the count of two anthropologists. All right, so now it say fell between the count of two anthropologists. All right, now Alfred Kuber, okay, now he made the first estimate in 1934. All right, his estimate was 8.4 million. Okay, and then you have Henry Dobbins. Okay, he made the second estimate in 1966, right? And look what his estimate. His estimate is of 12.5 million. All right. Now look, so let's use our brain now, okay? We don't have to have nobody teach us this like we children, all right? Now, here alone, this is where the majority of our people was at, right here in this little area right here. This is from our research, all right? We know it was people on the coast, on the Pacific coast of the Americas, which would be California, all the way down to Peru and down to like the Yucatan, like around Mexico right here, right? So we know it was people there, all right? Now, all right, from right here to right here, where the Mississippi River is at, where Louisiana at, all right? So all this landmass right here, look what the population, this is what they saying, all right? Now, it said nearly all scholars estimate of the New World from 1492 population falls. It's a population falls between the count of two anthropologists, Alfred Kuber and Henry Dobbins. Okay, now it says Henry Dobbins estimate that in this area right here, where we claim we from, it was 37 and a half million people right here. All right. Now, if you get right here, it was 13.5 million people. All right. So now this is still right here, Louisiana. This is still the South right here. All right. So he's saying right here in this area with 50 million fucking people right here. All right. Now he's saying before 1492. So remember, they didn't come here until 1570. That's when you get your first Sir Walter Raleigh and the first people that came here, right? So then they come here to 1570. So you telling me from 1570 until 1800s, they killed 50 million people? That's what you telling me? So you telling me they killed 50 million people right here in this area right here, right? Because this is the area where they bought the slaves at. Okay, so you're telling me they killed 50 million people in this area alone, right? You gotta use your brain on this one. Okay, so you telling me they killed 50 million people in this area right here? That's what you want to tell me? But when we go back here, where we at? Let me see. Where the fuck is that at? Excuse me, y'all. I'm all over the place tonight. All right, we right here. Estimate. When we go back here, mainlands of North America. We ain't got to count nothing in the Caribbean, none of that. All right, because we already clear that it was already black people in the Caribbean already. They already found mounds of what they call Negroes already in the Caribbean, and this is fact, and this can be proven. I haven't been out there digging up no holes and nothing. But the people who did, they said these people was Negroes. So now look, we go right here. Mainland of North America, okay? Mainland of North America. It says from 1501 to 1600s. It said nobody was there. Then you go from 1601 to 1700s. They said disembark, embark. Embark, people got on. Disembark, people got off. Now look at this number right here of the embarkation, right? They said the embark was 400,000, 405,000. Look at this. 405 people embarked. Only 1,500 only 15,000 disembarked. So where the fuck the rest of you? Because these were the people they took to America, took across seas. These were the people who and look at the number. Look at the number. Look at the number. You can only guess where they took these people at. Or unless these people was the people who was going all in the Caribbean. Because we know, I don't have to pull it up. But they tell you, they said that they took the Pequot from Massachusetts and sent them to and sent them to the Caribbean and to the Barbados and the West Indies. They say that. I didn't say that. Then they also say that they took between 2.2 to 5 million people from here to Africa and Europe. Where them people at? So now, all right, we don't even have to assume. Okay, so they still took 5 million people out of here. So they're saying that they bought here, embarked almost 500,000 people, and disembarked 380,746 people, right? But here we got an anthropologist saying that in this area alone, it was 50 million people right here. Okay, so now we got to start thinking now. Now we can say, all right, well, boom. According to the numbers, when you do look at the census, which we know everybody wasn't on the census, but when we do look at the census, if you look at the numbers, we see a population of Negroes that spurred up out of nowhere within decades of it's only being 100,000 people that they counted, and this was way after they stopped any importation of Negroes in North America. Okay, now look, let's just say, okay, time to this one. Man, look, man, we don't know if this is true right here, man. But this, man, I'm not saying that it was 100. It don't have to be 100. Listen, let's be for real, okay? It could be, we could say it could be 4 million people in this area right here, okay? 4 million people. So 4 million people, let's say, all right, it wasn't 50 million. Let's just try to speculate according to what they got. Now, your speculations might be a little higher than mine, but I'm going to go with the lowest. Say 50 million people. I'm going to say, let's say it was 5 million people in this area right here, all right? Let's say it was 5 million people in this area. No, let's say 10 million because they took out what they say 5 million, okay? So let's say it was 5 million people left, all right? That still would be more than the 380,000 people that they brought here to the mainlands of North America. That's this area right here. That's this area right here. Yes.
Hey, bro. So you know they tell the story of North America that they killed off over 90 million of us here with smallpox blankets and war and things like that. Then they had to go to Africa and get the 198,000 to replace us, right? So, or the Caribbean islands, or guess what? They were just taking people that was not in the 13 colonies. See how that worked? That were in the Florida in the Spanish territories, in the French territories. So a lot of blackbirding was going on. We might have to pull that word up to tonight too, to let people understand that it's a real thing that they were doing even before they were calling it blackbirding. It's just an act of war to disorient the people, to keep them off balance so they can't uprise against you. I mean, gosh, sheesh, man, this is crazy. And these guys call themselves freedom fighters, man.
But you look, you see this though? If you look, it's like I said, okay, it don't have to be 5 million people there. We could say, I mean, it don't have to be 50 million according to Henry Dobbin theory. Let's just say it was 10 million people. They shipped out 5 and it was 5 million people here. And they brought over 380,000, which that number's still shaky, which all these numbers is shaky. But we can only assume that there was more people here than the people that they brought here. That's all. And look, and now let's just go to some further. And then, like I said, a lot of this stuff, man, a lot of my research is more common sense, man. I pull up an article. As long as I can find a decent source in it, I'm going with it. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's something that basically debunks a lot of the stuff these jokers be talking about. Because you ain't gonna never hear none of them talk about. None of them ever gonna debunk the pyramids in Peru. They're never gonna debunk it because they don't want to go back there. Because when they go back there, their whole Egyptianology is over with. It's all. I mean, well, it might not be over with because you're still gonna have people who love the culture. But as far as anybody who do any scholarly or do any research, they're gonna start saying, hold up, well, if Peru has an older farming civilization than over in Africa. Now you're telling me that the civilization over this updates the civilization in Kemet. So now look, all right, let's stick with this, and then we could go somewhere else with this. All right. So now we still here. All right. So let's say 10 million people. So now you can only guess, right? So now let's just try to imagine what do these people look like. All right. No, I didn't want to show that to y'all yet, right there. All right. So no, I didn't want to show that one to y'all neither. All right, this one. All right, this one right here. All right, so this is your boy John Oberly. I love to use his work because it's like, yo, you cannot make this shit up. Because like I said, look, this is what they telling you the Indians looked it like. Look, this is what they telling you they looked it like. You see this shit right here? See how they look? Now look, noticeably what you see is the hair. Remember, we always say, oh, the Indians had long hair and we got that hair, your grandmother and all that, right? So now look, if you go down, look at all of them, right? Now noticeably, none of them have any afros, any shape type haircuts. I mean, just from the vision of it, all right? We only see none of them with dreadlocks or nothing, right? So now, if we go here, let's go back here. We don't want to go there yet. We're going to go here. All right. So now, when you get right here, this is in, where we at? This is in Virginia. You see this? You see that? Look, she got a gold chain around her neck. You see that? And he has a motherfucking turban on. Now he has a little longer hair, okay? And you see how she look right here? But when you go down, when you go back up right here.
Hey, brother, what's the source of these pictures? Well, this picture right here.
The source of them is John Oberly right here. John Oberly. You know, I know this Montanez. People good. Y'all can go back and look John Oberly up. I ain't going. Plenty of people that went up and discussed him. I'm just going to show you the maps or whatever. We just going to get down and dirty with the maps. I'll just show you this. I don't even have to pull up none of the other pictures. I just show you this. You see how these people look? These people don't look nothing like. They don't look nothing like the people that they show you. Nothing like them. And look, what the hell he got on? He got something on his head. What did Verrazano say the people look like? He said they had birds and stuff hanging from them, as well as they took the animals and made headdresses out of them, right? Now look, you see this. This is an obviously Afro type of haircut. Okay, it might be curly, but if he had a pick and picked it out, it would be an Afro. Okay, now somebody took their time to depict this and make this look the way it looks. Okay, we don't have to sit here and, oh man, these pictures are fake. We can't prove none of this. No, we can't. We can't prove none of them. We can't prove none of them. But we can say this: I did not draw this picture. Okay, I did not draw this picture, and we got to go back to the basics with a lot of stuff because people do not use common sense no more. You know what I'm saying? Now look.
Yo, well, you know what's crazy is, I mean, it's only depicting what all explorers were depicting the picture of. They were Ethiopians or Ethiopian or Egypt. You know what I'm saying? And these places didn't exist on the map at the time. So let's don't say that. But they were just saying these people were Egyptians, these people were Ethiopians because they were speaking Latin, right? So if we putting the bones, right? We got Naya and Luzia. We got and all the other bones in between the ones that the oldest bones that they found in the Caribbean islands, what Negroes. Okay. So these bones were there prior to white people existence. How about that? Okay, that's the first thing. Second thing is that we have all the bones that lead up until you see how that work? That you don't have the mongoloid bones until they come here and create them. I don't care what nobody say. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. And until you can find me some mongoloid bones that walked across some Bering Strait, then we can say, oh yeah, there you go. You got a bone right there. But you don't have no evidence. And we have evidence. And when we're showing primary sources, all you can say is, well, John Ogilvy didn't exist. That's what you have to say. Well, he existed during his time period, and this was his depictions of the people in Virginia.
Look at them at the bottom. Right here. Look at them at the top. They still got the afros with headbands on and rags on their head. Look at them. They still got these people are us, man. And look, here go the explorers, America. If you go down at the bottom, I couldn't open this one up like I could open the other one up. You see more Negroes down here with afros in their hair. None of these people got no straight hair. None of these people look like the so-called Indians that they keep on telling you was all over the place. Now look,
right.
Hold up. Before we even get into any of that other creepy stuff, let me see. Now, all right, so these are just some of the images that they seen. Look at the Incas. Look at the Incas. This like a motherfucking Negro, man. You sit here and play games with yourself and say whatever you want to say in a cigar box. Let me see if we can get this up. I got this picture. I done seen this picture 1,000 times, but it just show you that if you go wherever you go at, you keep finding these people there, man. Well, that's taking kind of long, little. But oh, there you go, right there. It's the same old stuff right here, right? Now, let me see something.
Like my legs almost on fire.
All right, let me take that one down right there. But it's just like the more pictures you see, it's obvious. You cannot deny it. All right, so that which leads me back to right here. All right, so look. Now this is in Peru right here. These are people he's seen in Peru. Now look. He ain't got no long hair hanging. Look just like the same people we seen. He got something on like a damn turban with feathers on his head. Now these jokers right here, look how they dress. Look what they got on. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's quite obvious, man. They wasn't going to barbershops, right? I guess. Well, I mean, was they going to barbershops? Let me see. Now this somebody saved this picture right here. They said it's black. This a black Indian. I guess. I mean, I couldn't really find this picture nowhere else, but it say Dobbin Flowers. It's a statue, the first black homecoming queen of FSU. It's a beautiful statue. That's probably one of the best statues I've seen. Now I don't even really get into all this right here when you start seeing these mongoloids. Because like I told you, by the time they got here, let me see. By the time they got here, you was already at Jones, Jackson, Edward, Wood, whatever. All the names that we got. By the time they got over there and found these people, by the time they found these people, you was already at Jones, Jackson, Evans, whatever you want to call them. That's some of them, because we know that a lot of other people wasn't colonized. Because you see how the population, the numbers just jump up. And that's not because of people having kids, because you know what I'm saying, like I said, uncertainty conditions like you see in Roots, ain't nobody having no damn kids and enjoying to bring no children into this world. You know what I'm saying? So you have to first of all understand that, man. You know, so let me see something. So, like, you know, you have these same scholars who will sit here and tell you, you know, shout out to my brother NY Supreme for sending me this article. You know what I'm saying? And we already in touch here. DNA from a 12,000-year-old skeleton help answer the questions. Who was the first Americans? All right. Shout out to David M.O.Tech. Get his book if you ain't got it. The first Americans look like Africans, but wasn't Africans. All right. Very open-minded brother too, man. He ain't have no swabbles with none of the stuff we was talking about. All right. So here we go. But there lies in the puzzle. Modern Native Americans closely resemble people of China, Korea, and Japan. But the oldest American skeletons do not, says archaeologist and paleontologist James Chatter. There you go right there, Unc. They go archaeologist for you, Unc. Since you like to have sources, all right? It's a lead author of the study and owner of Applied Paleoscience, a research consulting service based in Bethel, Washington. Small numbers of early specimens discovered so far have smaller and shorter faces and longer and narrower skulls than later Native Americans, more closely resembling modern people of Africa, Australia, and South Pacific Islands. Now, I mean, we could say Cheddar Man in Europe. We do know that first European. We know that all the Europeans, the original Europeans, was Negroes. Okay, say this has led to the speculations that perhaps the first Americans and Native Americans came from different homelands. Chatter continues on migrating from Asia at different stages of evolution. That is self-explanatory for all the numbskulls. So now just mind this. He said, modern Native Americans closely resemble people of China, Korea, and Japanese. Do we need to go here to see? Let's go to the etymology and see what the fucking word modern means. Let me see. Forgive me, I'm a bad speller, y'all. Y'all already know. Let's see. It's a person of present time. It's a contrasted from ancient. It's a from modern. It's a all right. So it's a modern. All right. It's a just now. Look, look. It says modern just now. Okay. It's hold on. Let's go back. Modern, an adjective. Just now. Okay. All right. All right. So I mean, why would he go out his way to say the number of earlier specimens discovered so far has smaller and shorter faces and longer and narrower skulls than later Native Americans, more closely resemble the people of Africa, Australia, and South Pacific Islands. Now look, this man right here is saying that there was 112 million people here. Now, what's the chances are that if the first Americans resembled them, these people would still be living right here, and they would still be looking like the damn people that he put on the damn maps? This shit is not no one making this stuff up, man. Look, so now look, do these people resemble Africans, Australia, and South Pacific Islands? Now this is in Paraguay. Do they? What about these people?
Yep.
What about these people? Do these people resemble Africans, Australian, and South Pacific Islanders? Let's see something. Hold up. Let me go back. Let me see something. All right. Well, this is in Peru.
I mean,
go ahead.
I mean, it's pretty much right there. I mean, you can't deny it. I mean, like you said, we didn't write this. We did not depict any of these pictures. We didn't even make the maps. But the people that did took it serious, and they was trying to document as much information of the people in the landmass that they could with accuracy.
Indeed. And that's what I'm saying. Like it's like you have to be just a blind, crippled, and crazy person to not understand, man, like what is being presented to you. You got the anthropologists that did the digging and did the research. They're telling you first Americans look like. Then you got images of people who came here and put these damn people on the maps. You understand what I'm saying? Like they put the people on the map for a reason, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you have to look at. So hold up. So you telling me when you got here with black people here? You know what I'm saying? But we don't even have to go because there's other. Let me see. There's other information on this, man. I mean, there's plenty of pictures out there. And these, like I said, these is just maps. I ain't even really go into this. And you can go right here and click. He said he got 125 maps. These are all maps of the Americas, all right? United States, North America, Caribbean, South America, America, Europe, all right? So let me see something. So let me see. All right, let's see Florida. And you see how much the maps cost. So you know they the real deal.
Hell, maps today don't even cost that much.
That's right. That's right. And then, like I said, people don't even look at the fine print. Well, we know they got an obsession with children, so you gotta definitely, you know what I'm saying? Anytime you see that, we know these people got an obsession. That's why you see Cupid on all them buildings and shit, because they got a fascination with children. But yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. It's like, and then they want to ask for more evidence. Well, what do the word Aborigine mean? And keep going and running circles, asking the same questions or whatever. And people keep telling you the same. We don't even have to touch on what the word Aborigine means. You know what I'm saying? So, that's for Brother Consul, because it seemed like he just for some reason couldn't understand. And then even when you go to the etymology, right? We go to etymology. Let's see. All right, you go to America, right? As of now, right? So look. It says, all right, adjective, 1590s, all right? He kept saying something about that. Let me see something. He said pertaining to the Western Hemisphere and the Aborigine inhabitants. All right. Now this is in 1590. They saying they using the word Aborigines in 1590. All right. Now we know that they was using it before that, because if you see the original doctrine of discovery, you'll see that they said go around the world and conquer the Aborigines. All right. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe the original doctrine of discovery was written around like the 15. Not the doomed devices or the papal bulls, but they got a doctrine of discovery where it's like a flow chart or whatever. Maybe it might be something revised or whatever. All right, but it say pertaining to the residents of North America. It say of European. Now this is when they start changing it. All right, but even when you go here and now, it say 1570s. It say originally, one of the original people discovered in the Western Hemisphere by Europeans. Okay? So now look, the people that was discovered in the Western Hemisphere, this is what they saying they look like. Right? Right, AP? Yep. I don't know. I guess my code.
That's a fact. That's a fact. My mic was fucking up. But yeah, that's a fact. And another argument that he said is y'all wasn't called Aborigines until the late 1600s.
That's what I did.
First off, we was called Americans before we was called that, right? And then Americans only apply to Aboriginal people. It's in the definition, adjective, and in the noun definition. So it's like indisputable. People just play these semantics trying to get you caught up in the word spells. That's all.
That's right. And then like I said, that's when you get caught up. Now this one right here, I can't really open this one up. But if you look at it, ain't nothing but black people. And none of these people look like these people. These are the people they giving credit to saying who was here. These people right here. Now, these people got darker hue, right? But they don't look nothing like the people in the pictures, man. I'm sorry, man. And they don't look nothing like, even when you go. Let me see.
That's who you call Johnny come lately.
Yeah, exactly. Even when you go and you really look up this stuff, man. Look at how the people looked at. This is in Virginia right here. Look, these people don't look nothing like them Indians that they showing you. And now, I know this is just a picture, and we could go on for days about the same argument or whatever, though. But you know, when you start seeing these statues and stuff that they got out there, man, you cannot argue this stuff, man. So I mean, we know damn well these people ain't no Aborigines.
Hell
But
nah,
look,
that's the people that probably came here trying to live amongst us. Cause we know that they just didn't come in trying to take over. They try to intertwine and learn our ways and be nice and indoctrinate us. So you know they had to try to live in our ways. They even try to wear our clothes and swap clothes with them. You know what I'm saying? Cause it's several pictures out there, like the last Aztec king and queen, Inca king and queen. You know, a lot of these colonists came over here and dealt with these people, and then you know they got pictures of the last king of the Aztec wearing general army clothes, and the army man wearing the Aztec clothes. You see what I'm saying? So when you see the pictures like that, we got to learn how to dodge the hijack, like the brother Corey Mayo say.
yeah. I mean, but like I said, it's just self-explanatory. Once you get an identity, once you can identify what the people they said looked like it. So if you say it, so
Yeah,
it's consistent. So it's consistent. It's the reason why we keep seeing these dark-skinned people here, because they already told you. Look at this. Look at this. Let me see.
yeah, we've been here.
It's a
We've been so long. They don't even know how long we've been here. They don't know. They don't even got the half of it yet.
look at look at these people. Look, he got a parrot and he said, look.
Yep, with the spear and the arrow. You know what I'm saying?
Look at him. Now, like I said, we can sit here and play games all day long because we ain't just got them. We got the accounts of what the people said, man. And then, like I said, that the Smith, I can use that Smithsonian Institute article for every debate for anyone. I don't care who they are, Jabbar, any of them. And I also can use this article right here about giving you trying to give you an accurate account of how many people they believe that was here. You know what I'm saying? For him to say it was 112 million people here, that's an outlandish number. But like I said, we don't even have to even entertain that number was evenly that big. You know what I'm saying? We can just play with the numbers and say they were around 5,000 or around something. Like, you know what I'm saying? 10 I mean, well, around 5 million or 10 million or even 15 million. You know what I'm saying? Even in this little region right here, that could be from the Caribbean, because you know that Columbus said that it was supposed to had been 8 million people supposedly in the Caribbean when they got there. All right, now they already tell you that when Columbus took people from there to Spain, and when they pop up in Spain, they call it Negroes de Terra, Negroes from the New World, and that's it, man. That's all you have to say. And that's the same thing with Brazil. Ain't nobody bring them Brazilians over there, because even when you read the accounts of what the king said that the Portuguese men is having sex with the Brazilian women, and that's the same thing. Even when you read documentaries today, they tell you that the white men trying to mate with the dark men, with the darker women. They do that to this day, because it was all like trying to whitewash it or trying to amalgamate the people. The same thing they try to do here in North America. All right, so that's the same thing for the Brazilian, and they try to tell you how many people came. Let me see. Brazil. Let me see. All right, here we go. Brazil. They tell you that embarked almost almost 5.5 million, and they said disembark almost 5 million people, right? So they're telling you all these people was brought there by the Portuguese. When the Portuguese was implementing, what they was doing the same thing that Columbus was doing, because they was telling you they was taking people from the Americas back to Portuguese as well, because all they wanted was gold. They didn't want no land. So why would they bring all them people there? That don't make no sense. Why would they bring all them people there when they ain't want the land? Only thing they wanted was the gold and stuff. So they wasn't farming. They wasn't doing the stuff that a lot of what they was doing in North America. Even though that they was cultivating some things in Brazil. But think about, why would somebody go through the trouble to bring 5 million people there, and they ain't trying to like really colonize it? They ain't trying to stay there and do what the people like the English did. You understand? So, I mean, you just gotta, at that point in time, you gotta really do the research and use your brain. So
that's a fact.
This gets me back to the second part, what I was going to show you guys. Let me see something right here. All right, so we go back to another Smithsonian article. All right, and this is titled "The First City in the New World." Say Peru suggests civilization emerged in the Americas 1,000 years earlier than the experts believe. All right, so now, all right, it says 6. You know what? Give me a second. Let me grab some water real quick.
Go ahead. But yeah, pretty much what this article is going to get into, and how it pretty much changed history, because like I said, a city here in America 1,000 years before experts had previously thought. And not just a normal city, because at this time period that they talking about, we was considered hunters and gatherers. But we built a metropolis city, man. It's a beautiful architect city. You know what I'm saying?
What you reading it? Go ahead.
No, I wasn't reading. I was just going in. Go ahead.
All right, so it say, all right, so it say 6 earth and rock mounds rise in the windswept desert of the Supi Valley near the coast of Peru, dome-like emerge. It say they appear to be nature's handwork. It say forlorn outposts and a red region squeezed between the Pacific Ocean and the folds of the Aldean Cordillera. It say, but looks deceiving. So there are human-made pyramids. Now, Unc kept saying they wasn't pyramids, all right? Now, they can sit there and change up words according to, and they not even damn archaeologists. They're not even real researchers, because I'm going to show you, and I'm going to show you again what Unc did, all right? So, I say, all right, so it say human-made pyramids. Remember, they kept saying that they ain't pyramids. That's not a pyramid. All right, it say, and compelling new evidence indicate they are the remains of a city that flourished nearly 5,000 years ago. Okay, and now look, this is how they're gonna try to throw you off. It say, if true, it would be older than the urban center of America and among the most ancient in all the world. Okay, now look, it say research developed by Peruvian archaeologist Ruth Shady. Now he kept on referencing this lady, right? He kept on referencing this lady, all right? Now I say university suggests that Peru is a 150-acre complex of pyramids, all right? Now he's saying 150-acre complex of pyramids. That's like a complex of buildings. It's a plaza, residential buildings is known. It say was a thriving metropolis as Egypt great pyramids. It say were being built. It say not were being built. So that tells you that these are older than them. They ain't even got to tell you. Say if this was thriving before Egyptian Great Pyramid was being built, what does that tell you? All right. So now this is who he used, Ruth Shady, and he keep on referencing her. He go out his way to reference her. So now all you got to do is look up how old are the pyramids in Giza? You want to see that the pyramids in Giza, which they will say that they're about 4,700 years old or whatever. So this right here proves, and this is only, I've seen numbers bigger than this. You understand what I'm saying? Now, this is the same archaeologist that Brother Onk used, okay? Brother Onk said that the pyramids in Peru, the Karoo pyramids, was 2,600 years old. Now, how is he a scholar when, here, you see this? It's not me. And this is not one of them scholars that you got, I mean, these scholarly websites that you got to pay no money for. The Smithsonian Institute, they lie about stuff, but they tell the truth. When they tell the truth, you gotta pull the information out. All right. So now Smithsonian Institute word is much more credible than Onk. Okay. He couldn't even tell you that the pyramid, he couldn't even say that it was 26 BCE, because once he read that, he was thinking to himself, like, it's over with. Like, these niggas got us. And he couldn't even be real about it and admit it and say, look, man, yeah, these pyramids are being dated to be older than the pyramids in Egypt. He couldn't even be real. Like I said, if you could show me something that I can't find evidence for, I'm gonna have to change up what I believe. I'm gonna have to change it up. If you could show me that Africa sedates 5,000 years, that word, you know what I'm saying, then I will be impressed. But you can't. So these guys using that term loosely, and that term is another colonization term, just like the word United States. Africa ain't nothing different from the word United States, man.
Fact. You know what I'm saying? Another thing that's crazy is these guys pretty accurate when they quoting dates, but it seemed like when they got to quote the date of the city of Corral, they totally misled the people. Totally. Knowing them pyramids go back farther than 2,600 years.
Bro.
That's a shame, yo.
And look, you see what now these is in a different site right here, all right? This is not even the same site. This is a different site right here. And if you look at the site right here, you'll notice that they got dreadlocks. You notice that the mummies got dreadlocks, all right? Now, I'm like this, right? I'm just thinking myself, right? I don't see nobody in none of these countries wearing none of these hairstyles. Why would some niggas all the way in a whole nother part of the country embrace in the culture that you see other people? I'm talking about such as us. You know, who do you see wear dreadlocks? And I know, you know, a lot of people will be like, all right, well, you can't reach in with that, you know what I'm saying? Because that anybody could have worn dreadlocks, but that's not true, because I don't see none of these people here wearing none of this stuff. You understand what I'm saying? I don't see none of, like you see, look at the locks. The locks all the way down to the back. Okay. I mean, like I said, man, it's nothing else need to be said, man. I mean, I'm done with the presentation. Like I said, look, even when you go here, they showing you right here, right? Let me see. They showing you right here. This is Peru, man. This is the people that they saying that they seen when they got there. Garfield and them out cry for. Now they telling you that these people. So if you had to look at these people right here, who would these people resemble? Who would these people be close to looking like? Man, that's what I'm saying.
It's ridiculous that people really go out their way to not understand or not see the truth. They going out their way to not see it, to not understand it, and to do the research on it. I mean, there's really nothing else to talk about. This shit is really undisputed.
Right, look, this not a nigga right here. Look at it. Look at this joker right here. Can you see my cursor right here?
Yeah, I can see it.
Is this not a nigga right here? Look. Do he not look like he got a fitted hat on, like he's some Easy-E type shit? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, look at this, man. Look at this, man. And these jokers will sit there and tell you, oh, nah, these is nowhere in the world. These people, this is a whole different race. But when we go back here, all we got to go here, because we don't have to listen to Onk and them, because Onk and them is lying. Okay, now James Chatter is saying that the number of it says small number of early American specimen discovered so far have smaller and shorter faces and longer and narrower skulls than later Okay, and he using words like he using modern, later. They telling you, like he telling you, saying then later Native Americans. Okay, it say more closely resembling the people of Africa, Australia, and South Pacific Islands. Okay, now this person right here, who would these people resemble? Okay, because we saying resemble. That's why, you know what I'm saying, we saying resemble because we have to have like a template. You know what I'm saying? Or if you're trying to describe something, you're gonna find something that looks similar to it, so a person could gain some understanding. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, man, I mean, like I said, man, the gig is up, man. They can sit there, people can sit there and debate. They can sit there and like I said, for people who keep coming at me talking about some, well, you know, what else is there besides? Well, what else can we do? Do your damn ancestry, man. Stop inboxing me, asking me that. If you doing your ancestry, man, you'll come back to me once a month. You'll say you'll come back once a month like you should, and be like, yo, I found like 6 of my grandparents or whatever, last names and everything. You'll come back with that because what you're trying to do, and like I said, them 380,000 Africans assimilated into the millions of black people who was already here. So ain't nowhere in the world no DNA test gonna tell you that you more of that over there and you less of this over here. That's what I was trying to tell that knucklehead. He couldn't even understand that because, prove it in DNA. We can't, because they prove they taking the DNA with these people right here. Look, AP, look. This is who they testing the DNA test with. They testing it with modern Native Americans that look like Chinese, Korean, and Japanese. These same people right here that they showing you. Look, these are the modern people right here. You see this?
Yep.
See this? These are the modern people. That's why I say in these drawings right here, it's obvious, man. Look at this. Now, like I said, okay, all right, A1, man. You know, I'm a scholar, and these people do not look like. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do we know this is what the exact people look like? I don't have to prove it. All I'm saying in myself is, all my life I've been told these stories about how people, or how these so-called Indians got this long hair and all da. Until I started seeing images like this. And I'm like, hold up, man. These people, he would have obviously made their hair. Look at the little boy. Little boy got a parrot on his hand. Look, only a nigga gonna be running around like that. But look, he got like a little afro. You know what I'm saying? He got a little afro and shit. You know what I'm saying? Look, come on, man. You know, only niggas be wearing shit like this, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk. Like, look at this, man. And these are the same images that we see. Let me see. Let me get this shit to load up. Let me see, son. It should be loading up. Yeah, but pretty much they the same images, man. We keep seeing all. I don't know what's up with this, man. I'll be doing this. This in black or more American Indians. That's what I like. All right, saying unresponsive. Let me see. I'm gonna exit out this page. It's giving me a hard time. All right, keep that up. Let me see.
I mean, yeah, man. Like I said, man, the information's out there. We showing more than enough information for people to be able to come to a realization of who you are, or who
Bro,
you.
this is like real talk, AP. This is like a Alfred Hitchcock. And then you got the Omex. After all this research people that seen, then you got images like this right here. Now look, the reason why, let me see if I can open this up a little bit more. Oh, this is a Facebook. Nah, hold up. I want to open that up right there. All right, so if you see right here, right, you'll see people in here mix, right? This guy right here is a Negro. You see other Negroes in here. Then you see like light-skinned black people in here, all right? Because we know that some of these white people, they was running away from these so-called, like, remember, the white people was the slaves. They was the one that was in bondage. They was the one that was in bondage for the 7 years first. And that's when they started releasing them. Like, that's what the Civil War was about. The Civil War was about releasing, trying to free the rest of the white slaves and place everybody else into slavery. Because that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? All they did was change ownership. They stopped having people work for chattel and start locking people up. You know what I'm saying? As well as having you sign up to come over here and be a damn slave. You know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much what happens, man. People come over here, they sign up to be a slave, man. And it's pretty much like, you know what I'm saying? You can't even tell none of these people that, man. These people don't believe that. They believe they came over here, they doing the right. Like, man, ain't nothing better than over here. Now, let me see. I'm trying to look for some better pictures. Yeah, I ain't got my other computer up. I gotta actually put that on my other computer. But you see this right here, Montezuma.
Yeah, Montezuma.
It's a Negro, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't even, especially with the way we be doing things, how we be classifying, and how we be looking at people and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like we classify people like fucking Vanessa Williams as a Negro. You know what I'm saying? Now these brothers right here, you know what I'm saying? Look at these brothers. Now this isn't Dominica, this is an island basically. According to this now, like I said, some people just be putting the titles in on some of these pictures. So don't take the pictures for what it is or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Like look. You see how we always say how dark Wesley Snipes is? Wesley Snipes ain't that dark, man. I mean, he ain't as dark as you think he is. You know what I'm saying? He copper color like the rest of us.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? We only look at it like that. Like, there we go. Hold up. This one right here. Here we go. This is a good one right here. Oh, look at the Indian in the back here, man. Let me see. I think this John Oberly work right here too. No, this is not. I think this is an emblem of America. Let me see. We got to get this picture right here. Let me see something. Okay, yeah, all right. That is the emblem of America, right? Now I got this same picture, but it's in a different, like a darker shade. Let me see something. But if you look, you see the Indian right here in the corner, man. You know what I'm saying? Why would somebody go out their way to make pictures like this, man? You know what I'm saying? And then, like, you know, and then tell you that you're African. And they got all this evidence, man. Like I said, man, you just gotta really put it together and use your brain. You got somebody here telling you that there was 112 million people here, okay? And this is, they even tell you, it's nearly all scholarly estimates of the New World in 1492 population falls between the count of two anthropologists. Alfred Kuber, 1934, estimate that 8.4 million people was here, and you have Henry Dobbins, estimate of 112 million people being here. He showed you the date. I mean, he showed you how he's basically speculating. You have to read the article. I do not feel like reading that whole article right now. Right here, but you see, just in our area right here alone, where we believe we was at right here, okay, it's 50 million people here, okay. Now here, let's go here. Let's go to what they give us. So they give us numbers, okay. They give us numbers, and the numbers got to add up somewhere. If the numbers don't add up, then something is not right. They give you an embarkation number of almost 5 million people. No, I'm sorry, apologize. Almost 500,000 people embark into North America. They said 380,000 people disembarked, meaning got off the boat, okay? But here, like I said, And then, like I said, I should have pulled up my 1790 census or whatever, because that would have showed you how you see these numbers jump. Yeah, I believe they killed a lot of people here. I believe that cold-heartedly. A lot of people die here. Trust and believe that. And it probably was higher. It probably was 3 times the number than we see on them census. Trust and believe that. They's killing a lot of people here. But what I'm telling you is that with all that killing on them people here, they still couldn't get rid of everybody. So if you still have, you got, let's say it like this, right? Let's say it was only 1 million black Indians here. That still make you more. It was only 380 something Africans came here. Eventually, these same Africans are going to be in the communities with the Aborigines, and they're going to mate with the same people, and they're going to end up getting their culture it's going to be over with, because you're going to be more Aborigine, and then you're going to assimilate to the culture that's here anyway, because you're here. You're not in your neighboring country, that you came from. So you got to put all that into perspective. And like I said, even when you really break it down, and they tell you, the Smithsonian Institute tells you, first people that was here, the people that, why would they say the people that was here, like these people mysteriously disappeared? But check out them people. So the people that resemble, think about it like this: the people that resemble Africans, Australians, South Pacific Islanders, they get disappeared. Now we got people who here who don't know where they from, who think they from Africa. How ironic is that? That resemble Africans. You see how that work. So they tell you that the first people here resembled Africans or Australians or Pacific Islanders, right? Then you got a group of people here today who don't know where they from that resemble Africans and Australians. Well, I ain't gonna say Australian, but I'm gonna say Africans and Pacific Islanders. Okay? I mean, how ironic is that? How ironic is that? Because them people are us, man. You know what I'm saying? So they can give you whatever they want to give you, or you can do whatever. You can watch a video today, and then tomorrow somebody will put some notes out there, and you'll be coming back asking more questions, or you can't even really understand what information was presented. Okay, 12 million people supposedly have been here. You can sit there and you can estimate in between that fact, in between that number, and come up with a number that's comfortable for you. But understand this, like I said, even at the time they tell you, from 1500s, well, we know what nobody here in the 1500s. We say from the 1600s, according to them, when none of them here like that. So from the 1600s until, and they got 1990 here, all right? Which this is let me see something. Hold up. Hold on 1 second, people. Hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second, Dave.
You good, A1? So yeah, man. I mean, the information's out here, family. It's just up to y'all to keep doing the research. Like I said, don't take our word for it. Just go into it. You know what I mean? He giving you the sources, giving you the sites. You know what I'm saying? Even give you, you know what I mean, the depiction. Even showing you the depictions of who we are and what they, depict us as. You know what I mean? So, we just got to keep doing our own research.
Yo, question. When you put that link in, you put the whole Google Hangout link in there?
Yeah, you put the whole link in there. You copy the whole link and send it to whoever you're going to send it to.
No, didn't y'all put it inside the chat room?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. Because I said, that's how I got the link. That's how I got the link earlier. I don't know.
Well, yeah.
Look, do me a favor, because I can't.
It won't allow me to do it unless I'm a moderator.
All right, so
yeah.
Let me see something.
But you can copy a link though.
All right. Do you see? Let me see something, man. All right, let me stop sharing for a minute. Let me get out of this. All right. Just give me a second. Let me go to.
Yes, a couple brothers was wanting to get on, like the brother video mixes.
Let me see. Tonight, man, we just building, man. You're gonna have to bring some information tonight, man. Let me see something.
That's a fact.
I have to bring some information tonight, man. I ain't doing too much small talk.
Yeah, I would be screen sharing myself, man. I'm on the cell phone right now.
Hey, man, it is what it is, bro. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to be funny. Just definitely just be watching, man. Just, you know what I'm saying? You know what to do. Let me see
Facts.
some Aboriginal TV. He said he want a link. All right. Look, anybody want the link? I know some other y'all done put some emails in there. I'm about to scroll through. I wasn't able to see while I was sharing the screen. But give me a minute. Let me see who.
Hey, man, peace to all the Aborigines and American Tonchons that came out tonight.
That's right. Okay, all right. They go my man Medicine, man. I'm about to send you one right now, Medicine, man. I've been wanting to get Medicine, man, on here since day one. Since I
Fact.
started doing live streams, real talk. Really respect the brother work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. Shout out Medicine, man. Powerful videos.
All right, so let me see. I'm about to send it out to you right now. So, all right, let me see. All right, I sent that to you. It say Nucleus Productions. I believe that's it. Just to make sure. Now let me see who else was in there.
What happened to Chief?
Oh
Chief
yeah,
must have stepped off.
I got. He actually gets called me on the other end. I got to send him another link. Let me see. All right, bet. All right. Yeah, I couldn't see the Shout out to everybody in the chat room, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat room, man. I could not see the screen while I was sharing the screen, and I ain't want to go back out. But shout out to everybody in the chat room, man. Definitely love the energy, man. Know how we do this. I haven't been able, like I said, man. I just bought a brand new computer, man, and this shit seems like it doesn't hold no. See, God, hold up. Doesn't hold no memory. Every time I try to record my screen, say I got a bad allocation. And when I look up what the word bad allocation is, it's saying that I don't have no memory on the computer, and it's a brand new computer, man. And I really haven't had the time to really run around and fuck around with it. Well, let me see. All right, so I sent that one out to Medicine, man. I don't know, did he come through? Let me see. All right, just check your emails. You get a chance, fellas.
Yeah, man. So it's no more bullshit, man. We just got to keep dropping this information. You know what I'm saying? It's time to turn up this pressure.
Who that? It say, hold up. It say, Okobin Renaissance. What you mean we not Indians? I know we not. We Aborigines. You're absolutely right. We are indigenous. Nah, I don't like to use that word indigenous. I use the word Atanchan. I'm sprung from the soil. That's the difference. That's what you don't have in common with people who come in from other countries. They don't. They got their country. They got their country. The country they came from, the blood running through their vein. They ain't no Atanchans. They ain't got no. The only way they can get the soil from the people here if they made it with somebody here. So yeah, I sent you that link, Medicine Man. Let me know if you got it. If you didn't got it, just I'm actually watching the chat now. Just let me know whether or not you got it. We're Tanchan. That's right. You're absolutely right. That's right. That's right. All right. I feel you. Okay. All right. You rock with the Tanchan. All right. Okay. Real talk. That's exactly what you want to be in a Tanchan. You know what I'm saying? They don't like to hear that word. They start shaking and shit. Like, I'm native. I'm a Tanchan. I'm a Tanchan this. They be shaking when you hit when soon they hear that word. They're like, I'm a Native American. All right, well, let me pull this article out. Let me tell you what the Smithsonian Institute tell. Let me pull this article out so I can tell you. So the freemen, the original freemen, is the original people. Why? So how? The freemen got African blood, but it's just ironic that the original people of the Americas, they said resemble Africans. Fuck out of here, you fucking you fucking scam artists, man. The biggest story, the biggest lie ever told. And I went on there for years. We was battling with this motherfucking Lance Brown Eyes, this idiot. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know if you ever seen this Joker, but he be on come on. Well, a lot of jokers be banging on him, man, because he be running up to events talking about y'all not Indians and all this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I have yet to see any of these mongoloids with the last name Lyons, Jackson, Jones. They all of these mongoloids that I see, or these mestizos, or whatever the fuck these people are, all of them have even a Latino last name, or that's it. That's all they got is a Latino last name.
One Chief said send them the link.
Oh, my bad.
It's all good. But yeah, man, we just gonna keep it rocking, man. Y'all know, only your spirit guides you to the truth. So, you just gotta let your spirit guide you, and you know what I mean? Cause a lot of people throwing out a lot of information that's really pseudo, but it's considered mainstream, science or information or theory. So, we gotta shoot that shit down because it has no credibility within it.
Bro, Unc lost all credibility with me from saying that. He didn't even keep it real. Like I said,
maybe he just messed up, A1. Maybe he forgot to say BC.
Nah. Because them niggas try to go at me hard. They try, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm just saying on that video right there, they tried to go in hard on that video, yo. And then the way that they did it was so ink. And Garfield, he's the king of trying to debunk something. But like I said, man, it's nothing to debunk. You sit there and try to put your perspective over people who got accommodations and have way more credibility than anything that you're talking about. And this is what so I'm gonna weigh my options next to, but when it comes to, think of it like this, right? Most of the information that I'm putting out there, you gotta weigh your options next to other anthropologists. Let them debate that. You know what I'm saying? Let them debate that. Let them figure out why would this anthropologist or archaeologist say that this is older or these people look like this. If you know what I'm saying, if that's not so, let them debate that. All I'm doing is, that's like a touche. That's like okay, like you know what I'm saying? You pull out a power card, I pull out a power card. That's like a stalemate. Unless my source got more accommodations, or he's more respected in his field than the one you pulled out. Because that's the next thing we're going to start questioning. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I sent that back out to the brother Medicine Man. So if you get a chance, bro, just check your emails. I sent it back out. I believe that was Nucleus Production. So you get a chance, just check it out. So you come on in. The Chief. Chief all over the place, man. I said pretty much, man, that's it, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? As far as showing the videos and showing all that, like, I ain't got to keep on showing nobody. Every now and then, you just got to make a video showing people the pictures and showing them all the evidence of what they saying, okay? They saying that all you have to do, if you smart, Just don't even ask how many Africans came here. Ask how many people was here. Now we know that these people are they even joking. That's like for real. Think of it like this, bro. For them to tell you that the original people here all this time came from the Barren Straits, and these people that we keep saying, right? But for the Smithsonian to say that later Native Americans and use the word like modern, that's like a smack in the face to them. Because now it's contradicting everything that you've been told about the people who they said was here. That's it. But he's saying the author or James Chatter, he also saying that these people might have came through the same path later on. Which I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. I believe we have always been here. Ain't nobody come from nowhere. I believe that the people in these distant spots have always been here, because ain't nobody just going to get up and migrate millions of people to an uncertain land if there's no war or nothing. People just ain't going to get up and start moving around unless I find a spot nicer than the one I got already. And then you would have to be there to make sure that that spot is sustainable. It has to be able to sustain all of the people in your tribe or all of the people. So people just wasn't walking around moving like these people will have you believe. Like they just tell you, okay, well, people just got up and say, all right, well, today we're gonna go. How the hell do you know what's around? I know you might send a reconnaissance or recon. You might send some people out there to check, and they be like, all right, well, it's this is there and this is there. But what I'm saying is that you still haven't done like a whole season there, or you have to do a whole season to see if everything is going to be sustainable before you can bring in numbers of people in which the area might not be able to sustain the people that's being bought there. You understand what I'm saying? That's like if it's 50 people in here, we only got 39 waters. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, somebody gonna have to be sharing waters, and so on and so on. You know what I'm saying? So I don't believe people was getting up migrating. That migration shit is now. You understand? And then you see how people, like I said, man, if you look, you do your research, man, and just look. Just look, when people started coming here, most of the people that's here in this country, I mean, other than the Europeans, started coming here in the 1960s, man, 1965, 1970, and on and on. You understand what I'm saying? So, man, you have to definitely, man, do your research, man. Find out who your people is, man. You know you're an Indian, but you don't know what Indian you are, and you don't know what exact territory, because I just proved to you you're an Indian. You know what I'm saying? If he said it's 50 million people in this area, or the southeast, northeast right here, which I said, okay, I'm not naive, so I do believe that maybe he don't know definitely. He can't tell me. He can't definitely tell me. He only can give me a theory. You know what I'm saying? So that's it, man. AP.
What's up, bro?
Did you see the brother Medicine Man? Because I actually sent it to him again.
No, I ain't seen him come in yet. He ain't came in here yet, so.
Let me see if he's still in the chat room.
I can't see right now.
Oh, okay, yeah, you can. Yeah, I'm on.
Yo.
Peace.
Hey, peace, everybody. Hey, yeah, did you get that? Did you get the link to Medicine Man?
Hmm?
Did you get the link to Medicine Man?
Yeah, I sent the link to him. Put your email in the chat room.
No, he put his email in there already.
No. I took care of him. I already sent that to him. I'm talking about Aboriginal TV. Put your email in the chat room. I didn't see it the first time. Unless it's already in. Let me scroll up to see. If not, put it back in.
Yeah, just send it to his email, man.
Oh yeah, I'm about to send one of the Camel songs in a minute. I got you, Camel song. Just give me a minute, okay? Yeah, man. Yeah, all right. But for the most part, man, people need to get their research together. And when these people tell you that they brought over 380,000 people. You tell them that the Thompsons once said there was millions of black Indians over here. Okay, so it's impossible for you to be a fucking African. So if there was millions of black people, the Smithsonian Institute told you that the first people over here resemble Africans, Australian. You think that you resemble an African, Australian, Pacific Islander, but yet you don't believe you are the first American. You see how that works? They telling you that the people who was here resemble them. And like I said, you have to break this article down to people. And no matter how many videos I did, no matter how many times I put it in a video, or no matter how many times we went over it, you have to really break this shit down to people like they're children. Okay, you think you're African? You think you look like an African, right? Well, look, the Smithsonian Institute said that the first people who was here resemble Africans. Your grandmother said you was an Indian, right? Okay, so you might be one of these people. They be like, well, no, in school they told me that they killed all the people off. This is when homie the clown come and just knock you upside the head like, you idiot. Who benefiting from that? Not you. You a Slav. They done converted you into a damn Slav. You went from being an Aborigine to a Slav. And shout out to my brother A. And like he said, I never seen no Slavics, I never seen no Aborigines in Slovenia. Okay? So understand, to overstand that right there. The joke is saying, well, okay, all right. And look, this is for some of you people who this shit may be driving you crazy, okay? You at your psychiatrist, right? And you telling them, you're like, look, man, I've been watching these videos, man. They saying that that black people was already here. They saying that the African Americans are not African, right? So he's saying, well, the psychiatrist tells you, like, yeah, man, you know what? I was reading an article the other day in the Smithsonian Institute, and they said that the first Americans resemble Africans. Now, didn't they tell you that you resemble an African? But you've been telling me for months your grandmother said she was Cherokee.
Facts.
This is when he gonna hit you upside the head. He gonna be like, you damn idiot. Like, you idiot. Like, what do you want me to tell you? Like, you already, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is, like I said, man, it's funny to an extent, but at the same time, man, you gotta really sit there and really be like, yo, man, some of these people, man, we just don't get it, man. And then the more educated you are, the more programmed you are, man. And like I said, I think that them jokers are definitely fucking Masons and disinformation agents, man. Because it's nowhere in the world we sitting here asking this guy Kansu earlier. We asked him a simple question. Do you believe that it was so-called Negroes in the Western Hemisphere before Columbus got here? He gonna even deviate from any of the conversation he want to entertain the fact that I said that common sense. I use the term common sense, and he want to entertain. He rather entertain that, but he ain't want to entertain the fact about we saying that it was already
Yeah, like, what is common sense? What does common sense mean?
Yeah, he was being extra about it too. That's how I know he was on some agent shit. Because don't nobody do that. Yeah. Ain't nobody gonna sit there and then you've been told, you from the Washington Nation, and you sit up here telling us, oh, I'm part of a tribe. So if you part of a tribe, why the fuck are you telling us why the hell are you telling us that you took a DNA test? And like I said, he just was sounding so ingenuine with the way he was saying it. I mean, maybe he wasn't ingenuine. He sounded very educated, but at the same time, he sounded naive. He sounded like one of these motherfuckers who took a DNA test, like the nigga Isaiah Washington. You remember how that nigga jumped up? Chief. Chief.
Peace.
Peace, ABTV.
Peace, ABTV.
Yeah, how Isaiah Washington jump up, though? Peace,
that boy screaming.
He jumped up like he was like, man, he jumped up like he fucking want to pick it. Like, motherfucker say you a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? Word up, man.
He pulled one of them little moves, man. That boy screamed.
That was emotion though. That shit, I mean, you could tell that wasn't like something that was rehearsed. That was something that was straight up. You know what I'm saying? But we got the brother Aboriginal TV, man. What's up, man? Go ahead. You can build for a minute, man. Just let the people know where they can find you at, man. Just let us know about what you've been up to, man, and as far as the research, man.
Yeah, man, you already know it's Ab TV. You can find me anywhere. Hit my channel up, hit my page, hit my email. You know, I've been doing research on my family lineage as well and how that applies to being indigenous, right? So I went on a little road trip down the road and I found out it was a fucking mound down the road that I'd never heard of, like never even heard anything about it, right? So the town that my family lives in is called Owendale, right? Owendale, South Carolina, right? And it's only about 10 miles. But throughout those 10 miles, majority of the people here are connected as my family, right? So I went and I looked on just Google, like what the hell is the history of Owendale, right? So let me read y'all, and you can look this up on just Google Owendale, South Carolina, and click on the history of this town, right? So listen to what it says about the history of Owendale. It says Owendale was named by the Siwi tribe. It is also home to an oyster shell mound created by the Siwi tribe. It is the northernmost shell ring in a group that stretches to the south tip of Florida. Most of the mound is still intact. The rest of it was destroyed to construct roads, homes for the citizens in Owendale. Owendale was settled in 1696 as Wapata by settlers from Salem, Massachusetts, who had left their Salem witch trials. Then it goes on to say something about Hurricane Hugo and how it destroyed most of the land. But the Seawee Mound is in the National Register of Historic Places in 1970, right? So I thought that was interesting considering we coming into this information and like I can go back to about 1790, early 1800s with just my lineage here, like people who are buried here, right? So when I started doing the research and I looked up what on, or the first thing it says is these fucking Indian mounds, right? So then I look at to see how many Indian mounds is in South Carolina, and they said at one point in time it was up to 150, right? So I type in Indian mounds in South Carolina in Google, and what comes up is Santee Indian Mound, which is where my grandmother said her peoples come from, right? And the Santee Indian Mound is one of the several known prehistoric Indian mounds in South Carolina. According to the United States Fish and Wildlife Service, it is thought to be around 3,500 years old, serving as ceremonial and burial sites for the local Santee Indians. So we ain't even got to go look in Brazil or to South America to find shit here. According to these people, it's one right here down the road from me that's 3,500 years old. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I didn't know that it was shit all around this country that's dated this old. And I believe there's way more, right? It's just hidden and they've been keeping it a secret. And I think to some extent, we've been keeping it a secret. You understand? To keep them from, desecrating our sacred sites. But the shit blew my mind to know that we created this town, and like I said, everything around me is named after the Siwi tribe or the Wando tribe or different tribes, and all of these people are my family. They are quote unquote what you would call Gullah or Geechee people. Like we speak Geechee down here, right? Which is our own dialect. But what I didn't understand or what I didn't know is that we got sacred sites right down the road, 3,500 years old, and they're just sitting there. Nobody's saying nothing. Nobody's doing nothing with them. So I decided that I'm gonna go to each and every mound, and I'm gonna do my Dane Calloway shit. And I'm gonna start going up into these reservations and these historical sites. We're gonna see what they really saying about this shit, because this is just more confirmation to anybody who wants to fucking try to defute the fact. Like, these are the mound builders, the same mound builders in South America, the same mound builders that's found all over the Americas, right? And these same people, my people, Gullah Geechee people, built mounds that's 3,500 years old. So I would like to hear what these Pan-Africans or Africans who most say they got lineage that comes back to here, South Carolina, right? And even though they say that, they'll say that they are African still. I want to hear what they will respond to these 3,500-year-old mounds here right in the heart of Gullah Geechee territory.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen, man. You already know. My father from that same area. You know what I'm saying?
Pretty much everybody people's is, and that's what's crazy about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? We come from these similar tribes, you know what I'm saying? And everybody has a connection down here to this southeastern corridor. And when you hear, like, we had a shell mound ring that goes from here to fucking the southern tip of Florida, right? This is a vast network of mounds, right? So we need to start going and documenting these things ourselves. And, you know, I'm going to do my best on this end. But I just thought that was interesting, the shit. Like, maybe everybody else knew and I'm late. But
well, I ain't know nothing about that,
homeboy.
You heard it here first, man. Get a source. Get that source out again just so anybody look it up.
Okay, so the article I read was written by the South Carolina University of South Carolina Southern Preservations. Hold on, let me get the sources correct exactly. Let me get the sources correct. Okay, let's see. So the first one, when I said it was an article written by the University of South Carolina Southern Preservation Regions. But all you gotta do is type in motherfucking Indian mounds in South Carolina. And you can go through and you can, that's why I like doing so I can go and I can find which sources are credible, which are not. But you know what I'm saying? I did the little research on my own. Just look up Awendaw, Awendaw, South Carolina, right? And then look up Indian mounds, and you'll see that these are my people, and these are these same small tribal people. These are the descendants of these people who still had the same culture. We still speak the same dialect for the most part. And most people, even our people who ain't from here, don't know what the fuck we talking about when we start speaking Geechee and shit. You know what I'm saying? So we have preserved a lot of our culture and lineage because we were able to go, you know what I'm saying, relatively untouched because the lands down here are marshy and they didn't want these lands per se. But now, since the city's building up around us, now this land is heralded. Like I told y'all, I sold 9 acres. My family sold 9 acres for $475,000. Now, I don't know about y'all, and half of that is marshland. So when you think about that, that's an average acre is 10 to 20,000, and they offered us 475. So this land down here is very valuable, and they're trying to slowly buy it up from the descendants or wait till they default on their taxes, right? And then buy it up and shit and move us slowly out of here. Before I have rarely seen any, you know, what you would call Europeans or Caucasoids in my vicinity. Everybody was my family. Now that I've been back for almost a year, I've really like it's thousands. They're everywhere, right? They're moving in slowly.
And you ain't gonna go nowhere. You heard me? I ain't even cut your wisdom, but just touching on that, that's every fucking where. Everywhere. Either they bringing in more crackers or they bringing in the rest of these immigrants and they pushing us out. And then whether it's any Indians or you know what I'm saying? Like I said, and just touch on that. I mean, we're gonna touch back on that point, but I was listening to a little radio station earlier from WBLS. I mean, WBAI. That's 99.5 on eastern side. I don't know where it's at in the rest of the world, but I think that they only broadcast that like close to close to New York, whatever, right? And they were saying that they was having a conversation about open borders, right? So I'm like, what? Like open borders? Of course, the Europeans, they want to sit here now and say, oh, well, we gotta you ain't gotta let nobody in here because this ain't your land to tell nobody that they could come here. And that's what people don't understand. That and honestly, we can't, like, you sell them your land or whatever. We can't do that, because if we do that, then they gonna own the land, and then you can't say, oh well, they took the land from us. You sold them the land. No, and I ain't saying, I ain't talking about your particular situation, but I know a lot of people in the South, just like my father's family, they had land down there, and I'm like, yo, why you ain't saving for the kids? Like, and that's the same thing, you know what I'm saying? And even when you watch baseball got mounds, right? Baseball got mounds, right? And who invented baseball? Who invented cricket, or a formation of baseball, which was cricket? The Aborigines was already playing that shit here. And if you look, they got mounds on baseball. What the fuck? Like, you can't even make this shit up, man.
Well, one thing I want to say, A1, about the land too. My purpose for selling the land, right, is because we have more, right? But this is what I'll urge any family to do if they have some land, right? We sold some of the land to solidify not having to pay any taxes on the rest of the land, right? And while doing that, we created a company in the name of my great grandmother and my great grandfather, with the family. So you know what I'm saying? Like, the money, the proceeds that come there, before anybody gets their cut, everybody puts in a percentage of their cut towards the business, right? And this business will make sure that taxes get paid. So none of the land that we have will ever have to pay taxes on again, and we'll use that to procure more land, right? But so just think about that if y'all are offered land or offered money for land. Think about creating an LLC with your family, so where it's all lined out, so everybody knows what the hell it is, and everything goes, and use that to keep land and get more land.
That's brilliant. You know what else we got to do? We also got to start learning some type of technical skill or engineering skill, so we can build that land up. You know what I'm saying? You know, how to do fixation of pipes, or how to build canals, or be able to, because you said it's marshland, so you would have to build like some type of dooms and shit, where you have like the I don't know exactly, but I've seen these things built. But for the most part, what I'm saying is, we definitely need some type of engineering, so you can build the land up. Because if you know how to build the same way them little Mexicans come in here and build up a fucking house in one day, or build up something, or build up, you know what I'm saying, a structure. You know what I'm saying? We was doing the same thing, but we lost that. We gave that skill up to be drug dealers and be some peons, and to where we want to be some damn fucking praise of the community or whatever, instead of being productive. You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem, man. That's the problem. And even with us, if niggas still out there promoting that same bullshit, man, motherfuckers should get ran up. Niggas should be running them up out of the place, man. Them same rappers that's talking about selling drugs and shit in these days, and you supposed to know better. As soon as you see them, you supposed to be chasing them up out of there, man. You supposed to make them embarrassed to come around. They shouldn't even be coming around. You want to give the kid, you want to give the girl perks? Oh, all right. Well, make sure that nigga don't come around, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to give these young girl perks? That's what you said? Okay, all right. And that's what the problem is, man. That's why we can't build. We get that type of land or whatever. We need to build land on top of that shit and make it at least to where if we're gonna build something on it, make it accessible for people to come there and spend some money, or you know what I'm saying? Or make it some type of attraction or something, a golf course or something, you know what I'm saying? Like something, you know what I'm saying, where people won't come and spend money.
That shit takes a lot of revenue.
I know, my brother.
And that's what they have, right? So peep this, like, so even if you got a shit ton of land, right? You know what I'm saying? As the shit is building up around you, right? See, like we have a flourishing tourist town right beside us, right? So they're slowly creeping towards us because they can't go towards Charleston. So we live on the beach. Like this is the shores. Like, you know what I'm saying? The marshland is only because sometimes it floods like a bitch down here. We live on a beach. We on the water. You know what I'm saying? But it's thousands of acres going towards North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? Going towards the opposite end. But there's towns building up around our land and they're raising the taxes of our land, right? So if you don't have the revenue generating from the land, which most of us don't because it's passed down through lineage, and for the most part, I don't know about most people, but my family, like my great-great-grandmother had 21 children. So you think about how many descendants that is. And then my great-grandmother had 10. So there's a lot of, you know what I'm saying, descendants that's got some type of hold to the land, and we're not communicating and we're not seeing shit, and the land is just getting taken the fuck up. But it takes a lot of revenue to knock down these trees, to develop this shit. And that was one of the main reasons we sold it. It was like, how much is it going to cost to develop this shit? And in the end result, we thought it was best that we did it that way, right? But that is the biggest thing that we're going to have, is generating revenue to develop the land, because it's going to cost you millions, you understand, to develop anything worth, you know what I'm saying, generating.
Well,
So
and I don't think we can, it's ways it's possibly they can be worked around. Say you don't have the revenue or the economic income to uphold your land with the environmentalists and the RADCON and right. What you could do is zone it commercial, which takes a little bit fewer revenue than what it does to develop it. And when you zone it commercial, you can franchise your land out to a company. Not saying that they own
I
it, but they
agree.
can occupy it. So, for instance, say they put a pilot there, right? Whatever gas station that's booming around your town, right? And they want to put it on your land. You will get a certain amount of equity and royalty of whatever that business makes off of your land. So if they make 60 million and you got 10% equity, you're gonna make 6 million. You see what I'm saying? By year. This is, collectively, just off of you zoning commercial for your land. So, that's another way to work around it
You,
also.
you know what I found, AP, is that the older generations don't have an understanding of finances and business, like, you know what I'm saying, like our
Right,
generation has, and
right.
and they're less like, they're really not trying to hear what the fuck we trying to say. You know what I'm saying? They still look at us as the younger generation who don't know shit, but we're trying to catch them up to how to play the game, but they're the ones in control. You see what I'm saying?
You know
They're
what
the
you
ones
gotta
who
do?
are.
You know what would be good though? If you could get as many of your family members together and do a motherfucking PowerPoint presentation in front of all of them and let them all know what's at stake. Let them all know what that could be a 2 hour, that could be a 2 hour presentation. Put everything together,
Mhm.
give them a straight rundown where we can do this, give them different options. These are different options we could do with the land, da 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 da. And if we don't do it, these are some of the options that's going to happen to us eventually. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you could pretty much do that, but I'm saying like me, like I see these niggas. Listen, bro, this Spanish dude down the street from me, bro. This motherfucker he fixed his whole house up by himself, bro. I mean, he has people working with him, but he just did the whole. He just cemented the whole front by himself, man. I seen that nigga out there every morning. He go out there by himself and do that shit. You just gotta be dedicated, not you, but any of us who got land. We just gotta be dedicated and have a plan or have an idea of what we can do with it. You know what I'm saying? Because and like a lot of the older people probably know they don't want them Europeans on it. They don't want like fuck it. They don't want to rent nothing out to none of these people. They don't want to make no money off of it. Which if you don't want to make no money off your land, that's cool. I don't have a problem with that. I'm not gonna sit there and say, oh, everything needs to be marketed, but in the real world, that's the way it is. Because if you can't afford to keep the land, then if the land ain't got no reciprocal income, and you can't afford to keep the land, take more to maintenance it, then you getting revenue off of it. Then yeah, it's a no brainer what you got to do. But you know, man, a lot of them old people, they might be right on what's going on because we don't know how long this dollar bill gonna be up. We don't know how long this infrastructure or this so-called fucking assimilation we live in and going to keep up. But just know, like they said, they gave them the crypto currency. So they traded that and put us back on the gold standard. So you do some research on that though. But yeah, man. I mean, I wish you luck on that, man. I hope everything work out with you, man. I hope, you know what I'm saying.
But peep this, A1, peep this. This is why I led the first thing I said was about the mounds, right? Because now think about how this could apply. Now that we know and we can prove, and we have several examples and facts to prove that we are the indigenous people, right? And now that means that those are our mounds and those are our sacred sites. So we got all of these federally protected. We got a whole federally protected forest that runs through our land. It's like 3,500 acres or some crazy shit like that, right? But we don't know it's our shit, so we can't take control of what is ours, basically. And it's because we don't understand the law, we don't understand how it applies, we don't understand anything like that. So I'm going to try some shit, and I'll keep y'all updated on the shit. But I'm about to try some shit with this county, and see if they gonna kind of like acknowledge who we are and be like some of the pioneers of restoring the righteousness of the people whose land it is. So I'm just going to pitch them a business idea per se, but it's not really going to be a business idea, but everything is a contract, right? So I'm going to bring forth some information. I'm going to see if we can get a whole bunch of this wide open land and unincorporated cities, if we can get these things under basically our jurisdiction as indigenous people, right? And I feel like this is what the next step is. We need to start getting in them courtrooms. We need to start being very, very knowledgeable about law. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the only way that they keeping this system running. It's because you niggas don't know law. You acquiesce. Shout out to Phoenix Moon. You give up your rights because you don't know no better. And you don't say no, which means you say yes. So as I learned that shit, right? Like I applied that shit, and I swear to God, like this shit is a fact. Like you have encounters with cops. You know what I'm saying? You got a weapon where you got a right to bear arms, right? But if you consider it a firearm or whatever code or whatever term they use, right, then you are connected to that time and that they can give you. So like it's literally that simple. And now I'm figuring out it's that simple. I want to go to these municipalities and be like, what the fuck y'all gonna do? Because it's a whole town that my family pretty much runs. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure if goddamn I can unveil this information as a whole, that motherfuckers would get down with the get down and be like, all right, well, if y'all ain't gonna goddamn, give us this, we ain't paying no taxes to the town no more. The town wasn't created till 92. Think about this shit. Like, but everything is attested to the indigenous people was here. The high school, the goddamn gas station, everything, bro. So it's a whole bunch of our shit, our history and our culture that we can attest to, right? That goes back supposedly 3,500 years, like I said, that we not even tapping into because I don't know, bro. I mean, to be honest, these motherfuckers down here is a little slow. They on some low vibrational shit, and they don't really care about anything other than the fuckery.
That's a lot of people all over the United States. You know what I mean?
These niggas got land. These niggas got like my family is so big, AP. And I'm pretty sure yours and everybody else's is. This shit is ridiculous. Like we already got our mob and our mafia and our tribes, right? But we got that goddamn Asiatic goddamn virus, and it's keeping us from just simply waking the fuck up and not even taking our shit. All we got to do is say this is our shit and live that shit, and it's over.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. But you know what though?
Yeah,
For the
absolutely.
most part, you just gotta like, and even when you get land, you shouldn't be if you indigenous to the land, you should be paying no taxes, man. You should be having either a land pattern or some type of negotiation mixed out. Like, look, you from the land, like, why am I paying tax on my land? It's
Cause
my
ain't
land,
nobody ever asked that question, AP.
huh?
Ain't nobody ever asked that question.
Yeah, I mean, but that's anywhere. You should be able to live anywhere in the country if you're an Indian without paying property taxes.
That's a fact. Matter of fact,
I
they
mean,
should pay
without paying
property
land tax.
taxes to us.
Yeah, I mean, but we know that that ain't gonna happen. Nobody own no tanks,
Yeah, for
no
sure.
tanks or no atomic weapons or nothing. But the least, nobody own none of that shit. But the least you can do is like, look, man, you said I'm indigenous, right? Okay, I live here. I should not be paying land pattern anywhere where I live at. I should not be paying taxes on my land. I'm able to go in the store tax free. I'm able to go this tax free. I'm able to live here tax free. Remember, I'm the people who got the land from. Remember? So I mean, like that should be something that should be definitely, um, you know what I'm saying, expressed to the family members because they get around their friends and shit, and they'll be like, "Oh, you don't have to pay taxes, really?" You know what I'm saying? And then they'll be like, "Oh, that's not fair." You know what I'm saying? And you know how that leads. What happens as a result of that?
Yeah, I understand completely.
I mean, but look, you know what though, my dude? Look, bro, you go get your land, and, go out there, you do your own thing. I mean, you younger than them, get some of the other younger brothers and see or whatever, and start mapping it out and start figuring out what you want to do with it. You know what I'm saying? Exactly what you want to do with it, because you could build condos, you could build houses. It's a lot of shit you can do with it, bro. It's a lot of shit you can do, and you can just keep some land just for like, all right, well, this land right here, we just gonna keep for us, but we can push. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you have to consider it definitely.
I'm definitely looking into this 3D printing thing, printing houses and shit. I'm definitely looking into that. And from what
They
I
do
understand,
for the low. Clayton Homes does them.
you said what now?
Clayton Homes.
Are they doing that?
Yeah, they does it. Yeah, they like the first people that ever did a 3D print house. So
Oh yeah. I want the machine though. I don't want no company coming in. I want the goddamn machine.
yeah, right.
What they print you a copy of what the house gonna look like.
Nah,
No,
they
they
print your
print
whole
your
damn
house.
house.
They
The
print
whole
your house.
goddamn house in 24 hours with
Yeah,
two
Man, get
people.
the hell out.
You're not
Let me
for real.
break it.
With
Nah,
the
not for real.
with the plumbing and electricity connections ready.
Man, you lying, man. How the fuck they do that?
Pull it
How
up,
you
A1. A1, pull it up. Pull it up, A1.
what is it called?
3D printing.
3D printing.
Yeah, pull
Yeah,
it up on YouTube.
just type
I
in
didn't see
3D printed houses.
Hold on for a second, fellas. Hold up. Hello? You're
Like, they got a whole 3D printed community start. Yeah, they got
Yeah,
them
AP,
between. Go
they
ahead.
just came out with the first machine from this new company in England. And the bitch ain't but 15 bands, but it's a smaller one. You know what I'm saying? It's this first small edition one. But they
Yeah,
coming out
it's
with
like
3.
17,000 for the whole printer. Get it done yourself.
Yeah, that's attainable.
You know what? I forgot I got to send Camel songs link. My bad. But yeah, man. I mean, like I said, it's a lot, man. It's definitely a lot. When it comes to this stuff, man. It's beyond the research or whatever. Like, a lot of people be like, oh well, talk about this, and a lot of stuff you can't talk about on and a lot of stuff. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
And I
Some of
mean,
this stuff.
when you start disseminating this information, it really becomes redundant after you keep saying this shit over and over and keep having to reprove it to the most base. You know what I'm saying? I think that's why a lot of us get real frustrated by this shit, man. It's just like, how much more do I need to do? Do I need to fucking chop it up for you? I need to eat it for you too? Like, but this 3D printing shit is the wave, A1. You need to check it out, bro. I'm telling you, I'm
I
really about
seen
to try
some
to get
shit
one
like
this
I
year.
seen some 3D printing where they can print all types of stuff. I ain't even gonna print a damn house.
Yeah, and
The
Yeah.
fuck?
actually, the houses look real good. They
And
very
listen, and you are not like contained with just regular rectangular shit either. You could do 360 shits. You could fully customize your shit.
you can have it where your shit is on axles and your whole house spin in a 360-degree, motion by remote. They got going on. It's pretty neat.
And literally, I think what it say? I think it said a 2,500 square foot house in 24 hours. Then you got to let it sit for 24 hours, and then another 24 hours, it's ready to go again. And I think the material cost is something ridiculous, like 15,000-20,000 to build a house.
Hmm. You said they just how the fuck? I wanna see. I gotta see this, man.
Yeah, watch
They
it.
gotta,
It ain't long. Pull it up.
they
It
gotta,
ain't long.
nah, I ain't gonna pull up right now. Let me see. What is it called though? You seen the actual video of it?
Yeah,
Well,
I've
they
Who
got
seen the
they
that?
got they
actual.
got videos, they got pictures of all the ever 3D printed homes. And the thing is, it ain't like it's losing value once you put it on your land. Like any house to lose value if it's not laid on a concrete foundation. If you know anything about carpenter or anything like that, right? Real estate, then the house is not valued until it's laid on concreted or cemented foundation. So you can take those house, lay your concrete, sit it on there, bolt it in, and your value goes up instantly.
Mm-hmm.
Instantly. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like a trailer home.
Oh, I seen. Yeah, I seen. It's like a monolithic joint, one of the monolithic homes. But nah, you ever see the monolithic the home? I'm looking at a 3D printer now. Yeah, man. But I'm just saying, man. Is this shit like the Three Little Pigs house and shit, man?
Nah,
You know what I'm
nah.
saying? Like,
Ain't
Bruh,
no,
it
ain't
does
no.
everything, bruh.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Pretty much, they better than some of these cookie cutter houses that you see in our urban communities.
I'm
That's
talking
getting
about it ties the rebar, it lays the foundation, it goddamn nigga, it all you need is the materials and two people to run that shit.
Yep. And the only thing you have to do after that is dig your footers and get ready to lay your foundation for it to go on.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Peace, everyone. I am not just Aborigine. I am dark energy. I am dark matter. I am the cosmos. I am the universe. My origins are from the stars. My soul is dark, and my thought is light.
That's right.
Peace, brother.
Peace,
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 indeed.
Camo. Peace, Camo. How you doing today? Everything good with you, brother?
Yeah, everything's good. How about y'all?
we good, little bro. We good.
Same shit, different toilet paper.
Yep.
That shit amazing, yo. I'm watching this shit right here on my phone.
I know. It's crazy, right?
Yeah, that shit amazing. Yeah.
What we need to do, we need to come light as a feather and lead this earth. You know what I'm saying? And go back to the stars.
Watch the stars. Yeah,
Yeah.
we gonna get back.
We don't need to be on Earth no more because if we survive, that means the Europeans survive.
I don't know about that, Camo.
Because they couldn't survive without us. I heard.
But you know what though? At the end of the day, man, that's each individual had their own belief system or their own journey or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Born alone, die alone concept. You know what I'm saying? So, but what's up, Cameron? You good though? How you been?
Me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, I think Medicine Man trying to get a number from you, a number to call in on too. By the way, A1.
Tell him I sent him the link. Tell me
he said he don't know how to do it, A1.
Oh, he don't know how to do it.
He don't know how to fuck with Hangouts.
Yeah, Medicine Man don't know how to. Yeah, I think that's the problem.
Oh, he don't know how to mess with the Hangout. Okay. Damn. Well, hey yo, I'm gonna give him. Look, hey medicine man. If you, my email is Chief Atanchan. So that's CHIEF Atanchan. AUTOCHTHON at AOL.com. Just email me. Just email me. Email me a number, and I call you back. I call you back from a number or whatever, and we can go from there. We could build from there. And I actually, if you got the time, I could show you exactly, because when we send you the link, all you have to do is when you go to your email, just click on a link. Now I don't know how you got your phone. If you going on your phone or you going on your desktop or your laptop, but it'll give you an option once everything start prompting. It's really pretty simple. Shit, if I learned it, I'm quite sure it's very simple. But you know, if you look for the link and click on the link, it'll take you right to where you need to go, and then it's going to ask you a question before you even go on. It's going to ask you, are you ready to go live? You click on the OK and go right through, my brother. But if anything, you could definitely email me that, and we could go from there. But
You're doing great, Atanchan.
no doubt, my brother. Yeah, I'm doing good, man. We just trying to just get a little information out tonight. Wasn't able to do the Tanchan Build last night, but we back today. So,
People thought I was talking about that Egypt stuff in the chat. I ain't talking just stuff. I'm talking about reality, because Bobby Hemmett says this is not reality. This is the matrix that we're living in.
The assimilation. This is a assimilation, like you said. But it's a simulation. You ever check Brother Panic out?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Check Brother Panic out. Yeah, that's what he's saying. This is a simulation. He's saying that from your subconscious or from your light being, you're being projected into this reality. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, like I said, I don't, shit. If I'm being projected in here, I wish I could change the story or add some things to it that benefit me.
Yeah.
Oh, where Chief at? You still with us,
we should have readings done and stuff. Like, get readings done about what's our past life and stuff. Like, getting the witchcraft, you know what I'm saying? We should talk about the dark force.
You gotta be careful. Look, my brother, you gotta be. Look, let me tell you something, bro. You gotta be careful with that shit, bro. You gotta be careful with wanting to know your last lifetime, bro, because that'll drive you. That'll take you out there. Really,
yeah, you might not come back.
A lot of people ain't really ready to deal with that, because that's past loved ones that you gotta sit there and feel. You have to sit there and think about that, bro, before you even delve in that reality. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because that had you out there. And like I said, bro, everything, like some things is best. Like, because they say you used to remember your past lifetimes before. But it's something dealing with the magnetic, with the how do you say it? Something with the magnetic in the earth. It stops you. A person who used to talk about that a lot is a brother named Prince Uriel Bay. And he talk about how the magnetic field, it prevents you from remember your past life. And when you come back through it, somehow it basically wipes your memory clean or whatever. But I didn't heard things about that. I didn't sat there and listen to things. But like I said, I really, me myself, I don't want to know my past life, because I don't want to deal with this life. Is hard enough, shit. You know what I'm saying? To sit here and deal with this shit every day, and then people in your family, people in your life you love, and all this other stuff. But to be able to go back and see you got another mother from the mother you got now, or another father, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it might be good to a note if that's what you're looking for, but I can't go down that route, little bro. But when you do, if you do by any chance go down that route, definitely come back and give us an account, man.
Yeah. And we need to talk to our shadow people. We need to get with the shadow people too,
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
that's a whole nother deep hole, you know what I'm saying, that most people don't even want to venture down. You know what I'm saying? We try to stay on the surface with it. But yeah, man, just gotta be careful going into those little dark holes like that.
Mon-
Mm-hmm.
Mundane. We try to stay on the mundane. Well, I'm saying, I don't mind going out there, but just like I said, though, some of that stuff, like even with dealing with witchcraft, man, because they said that's what happened to Bobby, man. I mean, it's just speculation about what other things that could have happened to Bobby, though. But I mean, I didn't heard some people have told me, a lot of different things about Bobby's situation, though. But for the most part. We all think that, whatever happened to him, it was done by somebody outside of himself.
I heard he was. I heard he was still here though. I heard he's in Atlanta.
Yeah. Brother Panic told me he's doing good. He said he's doing good. He said he's doing excellent.
I want to
Yeah,
see
man.
some pictures.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bobby Hemmett, man. He's a good brother. I'm glad he recovered down there in Atlanta, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Definitely, man. I'm gonna go back and watch some
Mm-hmm.
lectures, man. Them lectures is like some of the best lectures. They ain't like now to where, what I mean, they good now. I ain't gonna say that, but back then it
Yeah,
was
that was
much
something
more.
else.
Yeah, yeah. They trying to get you out. Like, especially once the 50s started coming, they realized that the other dudes wasn't going the way, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, it's a lot, man. It's definitely a lot. Where's Chief Holiday at, man? This nigga ain't never come back through. You still with us, Ab TV?
You already know it.
Yeah, man. But yeah, as far as the land and everything, man, everybody need to get land, man. You shouldn't have to pay for it. That should be
Right.
part of whatever. That should be part of whatever clause they gonna give you. Like, nah, you got
Yeah.
enough. You got enough willing participants here, man. You got enough willing participants. We're a small number of people. You know what I'm saying? You got enough willing participants here that you can sit there and dangle freedom over their head. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
For us,
Well,
you need to be like what?
one thing I was thinking about was actually doing a petition, right? And like like any petition, you need signatures, right? But with that signature, I want to do it for all indigenous aboriginals for whatever concept or whatever we want to try to take. And you can do it individually in your own community, or you know what I'm saying, or we could do it nationally or both. But either way, with each signature, you know what I'm saying, we commit $1 to that signature. And it all goes together in an account so that whatever venture or whatever cause that we're putting that towards, right? Not only will we have the strength and the energy of those signatures to bring to whatever municipality we're doing that as, we'll have the money that associates with those people and the energy as well. So that was just an idea I was thinking about doing.
Hey man, that sounds good to me.
Yeah.
I
And
mean, what's $1?
mm-hmm.
And your signature, you know what I'm saying? And that legitimizes, you know, if you're trying to accomplish a feat. Now, the thing will be what we're going to say we want or whatever we're trying to accomplish. But having that money behind it as well, we can say, okay, y'all want to play games? Well, we about to invest this money into fighting y'all asses or doing whatever, suing y'all asses or whatever the case may be.
Yep. Hey, look, right now I'm watching ESPN, and it says Shinnecock Hills Golf Club. I swear to God, I can't make this stuff up.
I told you it's everywhere around in your face.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially when you pay attention to it. Always been there. You just thought you was an African. Thought you was.
Medicine Man said, check your email, A1.
All right.
Is it good to drink Sprite?
It ain't
Stay
good as
away from
no soda.
away
Oh,
from
because
soda.
Hey, AP,
What's up, brother?
So I was in the chat earlier. Sarnetta, right? But I was bouncing in and out. So he was referring to me. You said
Yeah, he was talking about you, bro.
that's so funny.
Yeah, he
That's
said he
like
could try to call you, different names and talking about you start dissing him after you made videos and trying to set up a debate and all kind of shit. You seen it?
I was just making sure because I came in at the ass end and I just scrolled up and having to see it right, and I'm like, what? I hope that was funny. I did make videos, motherfucker, and I said what the fuck happened. I don't know what I got receipts. What you want me to say?
Receipts for him.
Man, I thought I told maybe everybody don't know. Like, so right, I set up a debate or dialogue with Jabari, right? Previously, right? So when the time was supposed to come to do it, 2 weeks later, he texts me back on the day we were supposed to do it and says he got to handle this shit with Reggie, right? So then the video comes out with him and Reggie or whatever the case may be, and I never hear anything from him, right? So I don't hear nothing about this debate. Then I go on my own accord months later and call in the Star Netter, and I catch him, and that's when he set up the interview, right? So the interview was supposed to be for the previous day at 12 o'clock. He asked me what time. I said, it don't matter. We could do it right now. He said he didn't want to do it right now. Then he had another 2.5 hours worth of show where they was talking basically about the average, right? So when 12 o'clock comes, I call him and he answers and he's like, yeah, you the brother I'm supposed to do the interview with, right? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, I forgot whatever excuse it was, but he's like, something's going on right now. Give me about an hour and we'll be good to go. I said, all right, cool. So this is at 12 on the dot. So I wait till 1 and I call him and I don't get no answer. Then I text him, I think like at 2 or 3 something. I'm like, we still going on or what? Now I text him about 4 or 5 times since then. So then when I get home, I look on YouTube and he got a video or a live stream going on saying the Aboriginals is running, right? It's the same day. So instantly, of course, I called like 20 times during the show, called, got in the chat, back and forth, nothing, just totally ignored me. So I just thought it was funny that he said I disrespected him when basically all I said on my channel was what I just said here. You know what I'm saying? But I already understand how it goes. I just wanted to make sure he was speaking of me. Y'all still got good audio? Y'all good? Yeah, good. Everybody on mute.
What you showing a video? Hello?
I'll be back. My stomach hurting. hurting bad.
Might want to take you a little honey and just sit back and relax, Camo.
All right, brother. But I am gonna be on the mic later. I'm just gonna keep it off though, cause I'm using number 2.
You ain't gotta tell us all that, brother.
My bad.
Ooga to the family. What it do here? Y'all going in tonight? Can y'all hear me? Mic check,
Peace,
mic
Chief.
check.
Peace. You back, ain't you?
Yeah, finally gave me the link. Y'all back?
Yeah, we here. We
Yeah,
here.
I was like, what the hell happened? I didn't know what happened.
What I missed?
I've been here the whole time, but I came back. I seen everybody was shift.
I don't know. Did you miss the mounds I talked about in South Carolina? 3,500 years old.
Who, me?
I'm talking Chief.
No, I don't think Chief was in on that one. Chief, go in.
Yeah, hold on 1 second, y'all.
Yeah, I saw you was having that static with Inky today, AP. Was that supposedly Minister Inky?
Yeah, I think that was Minister Inky that was doing that with. But like I said, man, he doing all this talking. Bro, what ship have you got off of? What country did you come from? Where's your freeman's paper? Simple. I'll wait.
But you see, I saw earlier when y'all was talking to Brother Kansu, he was asking about the language and the culture and all that. And these mounds I just spoke about, like, you can simply point to and say, look at the people down here, nigga. We got mounds that's 3,500 years old and we still on the same land. Right? It's not that hard. You just gotta look. But I hate to hear people say they do have indigenous grandmothers or ancestry, but they're African at the same core. I don't understand. I don't understand.
I don't quite understand that neither.
Who that? Oh, okay. All right, y'all back. All right, okay. All right, peace. I got the
You
brother
back?
medicine. Yeah, and I was actually I'm on the phone with the brother medicine man right now, and I was trying to show him how to do it though, but I'm gonna let him talk through the mic or whatever. Just let me know if y'all can hear him. Medicine man. Yeah, can everybody hear me? Can y'all hear him?
It's very static.
Yeah, we can hear him a little bit.
Barely. He probably can barely hear because I can barely hear them. Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
it's a lot better.
You ain't gonna be able to hear them. But you know what? Hold on. Let me see something. Maybe you can't hear them. Let me unmute it through this. Just give me a second.
Yeah,
But if they can hear me, it's cool. I can just turn up my computer. Oh, all right. So you'll be good to go. All right. So y'all can hear him though, right?
Yeah, I can hear him. Peace, medicine man. Peace, brother. Love your videos.
Peace, brother Halito.
Everybody saying peace to you. You turned it up. You can hear him.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Peace out. All right, man. Let them know a little bit about your research, man, and where they can find you at, man. Because like I said, we can do a more formal interview. Huh? You're right. I said, my brother, just if you can, just let the people know who you are. Let them know where your channel is, and like I said, we could. Okay, well, I can give a little bit about myself. Let's see, bro. Here's a little background about me. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear him? Y'all hear him, right? Can y'all hear him?
Yeah, we can hear him. We got our mics muted.
Okay. Go ahead, my brother. Okay. They can hear me. Yeah. Okay, cool. Well,
born and raised in Chicago, Illinois. I can tell you back when I got my first epiphany, I was like around 12 years old. And was coming home from school, I had my cousin walking with me, and she's a little darker complected than me. And she always get teased at school. They just call her Tom Baby, and, you know, all kind of, you know, just derogatory names. But of course, you know, she come home crying, and I'm trying to, you know, take her forward. I walk in the house, and my grandmother said, "Girl, what you stretching your mouth for? What's wrong with you? Why you stretching your face?" And I was like, you know, I'm trying, you know, like, well, he was picking on her, you know, and she just broke out like, "It's gonna be an advocate." And my grandmama lost it. That was like the first time I was seeing her really just like losing like that. She was like, "You Lucia, the devil is alive." My mama was pure-blooded Cherokee. Right then, it didn't really register. I'm 12, you know, so I'm like, you know, we always hear we got Indian in our family, you know, so I'm like, okay, well, you know, I heard, you know, down the street, he said he got Indian in his family, you know, so I didn't think much of it. So we get a little older, and I started, you know, like, I started, you know, realizing that the curriculum, how it was geared toward, you know, basically a supremacist, you know, outlook on things. It's like the way that they are, you know, teaching youth through their eyes and to their lens. And it wasn't, you know, so I always try to kind of, you know, make it more related to, you know, our youth. You know, so whenever, you know, teaching or trying to tell history, and kind of put a little bit of the truth in it as well, you know, and I got recommended at school for actually telling the truth during Black History Month. And, you know, it was actually telling the truth about incidents about lynching. And, you know, when my grandmother used to tell me how, when she was a little girl, when she used to walk, you know, they had, see, I come from sharecroppers. My roots are from Tennessee. I was born in Chicago because my family moved there back in the 30s when they, you know, what they call the Great Migration. But a lot of the Southerners were moving up north for better opportunities. So my great-grandparents, my grandmother, and my mom, and was born there, and so was I. So, but she was a candidate, you know, to history in Tennessee. She grew up in Tennessee, right off the Mississippi River, and she used to tell me it wasn't easy for them to walk to the markets, and they were sharecroppers. And she used to tell me that, you know, her papa, my great-grandfather, you know, the land in Tennessee. And they used to, you know, basically do a lot of sharecropping. She would they'd go to the market. Sometimes they walk to the market, there's nothing for them to see somebody hanging from a tree. And, you know, and I'm like, wow, you know, so these stories, you know, you know, basically get, you know, me kind of curious. Because I'm like, this is not really what's in the curriculum. We're not teaching, you know, when I'm here, you know, my people, my elders text. If they're talking about their version, they'll put it down or whitewash version, they want us to basically, you know, manipulate to. So I just started doing my own research. And it's like I just basically put the 4 degrees that I learned for the institutions to the side. I put no learning in any degree, research, any information that I shared, and no degree that I learned through any institution. Anything that really made me turn away from, you know, the spiritual, I guess, philosophy and ideologies. I really started looking at, you know, my elders were telling me, my grandmother, my aunts, you know, they were saying and how they were. And I was curious. So I started researching. And the more I do it, the further down that I fell. And then I'm looking, I was like, wait a minute. We got history back like me, about millenniums. You know, that's like, you know, they don't even have a time date. They can't even stand because it's so ancient, so antiquity. One thing I know for sure is that what they call the Negro has been even since creation. You know, so that's one thing that even they say themselves. You know, so basically they know right then that it's, you know, that any inhabitable landmass possible that, you know, on Earth, that, you know, it was us, people that was melanated, you the radio shit. We have different, ethnic complexions depending on position or location on earth you were. And then you got to take into account the cloud system. I'm just doing some research. I'm looking at the structures in South America. And of course, they come back and they talk about the which is true. We talked about them. We're talking about at least 7,000 more years. And scientists and archaeologists have uncovered prove that they already science technology, they're not even discovered this. So there's no disputing that the so-called Negroes invented before time even started. They're just not letting us know that. They want to think their own well. We started our African theory, and we got a few of them. That's bigger than the own. Really, they come from Africa. That's their whole thing. But that's just add up to the party. And you really get to this, and he thought everything was our birthright. We give us our land. It's like it's right above our feet. You realize that advantage to spit mother across the sea that we ain't never seen. And you don't even know nobody that's from that. Now, me, fortunately, I have community and I can born and raised in Africa. And that themselves say that we're not Africans. I got a friend from I got from Nigeria. So you think about it, I go to Nigerians, but always come out football. And it's like they people all the time. And they think, you're African. You're African. Like it's putting them to them for them to think that we are them. They're sitting there. And that's why, look like a joke. Because, to them, we think it's a joke. Like, you're not having. You're Indian. But we don't know that. Because we are so brainwashed that people want us to believe in the systems that implemented from colonialism. And like the brother said earlier, the person started making the God brainstorming to put our minds and our resources and our finances together. We can make things happen. We can change things. Because this is our land. It just takes enough of us to basically stand up the thing. Something is numbers. I can plan, running all day long, but somebody will hit me. But now, at the same time, you're making noise.
Indeed, that's a decent bill right there, man. Yeah, man. We gonna definitely have to get you back, man, to where we can do this a little bit more formal, whatever. Because I'm up here holding the phone up to the microphone. I'm up here dozing off and shit, letting the phone off. But what you saying now, I'm serious, man. Because I like what you said. You definitely you sent me the thing about the Dutch West Indies, man, in New York. Before they even changed it to New York. I remember that's what I'm saying, bro. I don't forget nothing when it comes to the research. I remember you sent it to me through email, and I said, damn, if you know that, I'm quite sure you got a bunch of information that you would love to get out and just tell some of the people. Like, what I'm going to do is, man, I'm going to definitely, I don't know if it's okay with you, I'll give you a number to Chief Holiday, because you sound like you one of Chief Holiday brothers and shit. You know what I'm saying? Nah, definitely. Word is bond. Nah, definitely, man. Definitely. What I'm gonna do is, as soon as I get off, I'm gonna text you my number, and I'll text you Chief Holiday number. So you know what I'm saying. We could definitely stay in tune. So for now on, you can call me anytime you need to talk to me. But
Hey, I just want to say one thing though. So before we could start and slip my mind, because I wanted to say something. Somebody had said something earlier that actually really made me think about it. I did some research on this a while back, and I actually did a post on my Facebook page a few months ago. But when it comes to the misnomer African American, they love to give us that. They love to put us up under it because they know that it really disenfranchises us from our land. Putting the African as the prefix to the American takes away from basically our part of this, nature from of this land. So we don't take that. We're not cognizant of that. We don't take that into consideration most of us. Aborigines. Just so everybody knows that. Aborigines were discovered in 1606. That's when the Dutch had discovered the Aborigines of what is now Australia. Now, they discovered this in 1492. So, when you talk about the word Aborigine, it really was applied to us in America prior to almost 200 years later when they discovered the Aborigines in Australia in 1606. So, that's something that I came from my research. Another thing is, speaking of the Aborigines, they were doing the project of trying to breed them out. Same thing they were doing with us with the Indians. They was coming like the brother said earlier. The Spaniards were coming over, the Portuguese were coming up and trying to get all of the Brazilian women and all of the the South American women of color to try to basically breed them out. So here's the thing that neuroscientists and their anthropologists and paleontologists are basically stand by. It's basically the 3-generation rule. So, say for instance, that 4 to 5% Africans came here to North America, and let's give them, I'll be generous to say 300,000 came, and a population that is what now almost 50 million plus today. So that's 300,000 income. Okay, they breed into the population, the Aboriginal population, or I'm talking about the population that was here. Say I'm talking about now. This what 7, 8, 9, 10 generations ago. So that African blood has been bred out. After 3 generations, you know what I'm saying? Basically, we talking about colonialism. So if you're talking about African, basically made with people here in the Americas, say in the 1700s when they started coming, because that's really when they started coming. It was like in the late 1700s when they really started basically going over there and exploring Africa. You keep in mind, everything in exploring the late 1700s. So you remember this established in 1732. That was 100 years almost after they established New Orleans and Brazil. They were doing the triangle trade between the New Amsterdam, which is now New York, to New Orleans and Brazil. And China and Brazil. So this is all going on a century before they even started being those Africans. And most of the Africans being Africans were American ancestry. There was the Dutch ancestry in Brazil a century before. So we got to keep on in mind the cognizant of it. That's why, these DNA tests come back and why people are African Americans come from our people. They come from us. They don't tell us that though. But this is what I came up with. Well, they always say, you mix with it, how can we be mixed with anything? And we're talking about 300-400 years ago, and you're talking about Africans came over to America, and we mixed with them, and the offspring mixed with the original or someone of or descendant of the original. You're going to be turned to the original. And the more that you mix with the original, the less is whatever the admission was. So 3 generations according to you guys, in 3 generations, species can be bred out. So then, according to that, then we're not African. You know what I'm saying? Europeans was African just under the late 1700s. So you can read and look back, last week you see that with some beliefs that, the kingdom is land as well. Sometimes you can use their bodies to get down because they didn't establish it. So these people we're building establishing the thing, they're not going to gain a story or trying to share it. They can just tell them, you can stick to what y'all have been established. I've been dealing with this for how many years now? You can't change it now. So if you said 3 generations that breathe out a race, then that's what it is. Did I feel me?
Yeah, that's like I said, that's interesting, and like I said, I love to get that on to where you can, because it's kind of like my phone, like it's kind of going in and out. It sounds clear.
I know, but we gonna get it together, and I'm coming on so that we can do it the right way.
No doubt. That's the brother Medicine, man. You go to his channel, man. Subscribe to the people who not subscribed to him. He got wonderful information on it. We're gonna get a formal interview with the brother on there, and we could probably, once he start learn how to work the Google Hangout, he could come on whenever he wants to, man. So like I said, man, just say peace to the people, man.
Yes, sir. I want to say peace out, shalom, hurrah, and all the bell. Hey.
Hiya. All right, peace, my brother. I'm gonna definitely doing what
Uber,
you
Uber.
Hey, Alito.
all right, peace. All right, that was peace right there, man. You know what I'm saying? Get some brothers. I know it's kind of going in and out though, but definitely the brother do got some good research, and it's definitely good to hear different perspectives of how they got a gas one, because it's like a superhero movie, man. Like, yo, how the fuck you find out? Like, you get curious on how people found out or how people knew. But like I said, most of the people probably, I'm 42 years old, and if I'm 42. My people told us when we was young the same thing, like similar things. We ain't no Africans. Like they fucking frowned at being an African. You know what I'm saying? Even my yeah, they frown. They frown. It ain't no disrespect to the brothers. Ain't no disrespect to the brothers from over there. It's just that, like, come on, man. You know how it is. The same way we come over there and we do something and we try and catch up to the culture, or catch up to what's going on or whatever. It's the same thing like if we go over there. You know what I'm saying? So, you already know how. But, for the most part, man, we embrace other people more than anybody, because if we didn't, a lot of people wouldn't be over here. You know what I'm saying? So people, because we call people names like African booty scratch and all that stuff and whatever though, but that's jokes. We hike on each other. So that ain't no, see, that they just don't have a sense of humor to understand, well, yeah, all right, they're gonna hike on you coming to a different culture around different people. But yeah, man, shout out to the brother Medicine, man. Like I said, I'm gonna definitely get his we're gonna definitely get a nice little chat, Google Hangout. We talk about some of the stuff. We'll talk about some of his research, because he got research out of his world. So, yeah, Chief.
Back. Yeah, man.
Back, Chief.
Yes, sir. Hey, shout out to Medicine Man, coming through. We got to definitely do a formal build with that brother, interview and stuff. That's gonna be dope. I'm on part 3 of the Wake Up series, so if you haven't subscribed to him, definitely go check out his work, man. He got some dope documentaries over there, man. Some great information. I had learned something from the Wake Up series. I had never heard that the Bible was written in Algonquin. You know what I'm saying? I never heard that before in the 1600s or whatever. I thought that was interesting. There's a lot of things, man. So shout out to Medicine Man.
He said the Bible was in Algonquin.
Okay. You can text him mine too.
Yeah, no doubt. I got him. I'm definitely. Yeah. I learned a lot of shit from him.
Can you hear me? Mic check.
Yeah. Mic check, Camel.
Cause I heard feminine on the mic.
It's like somebody got glass, man. Like somebody breaking glass. I must have been Chief Camel.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Definitely, man. Stay away from some of that stuff, man. Like that witchcraft. And I don't know if that's what you do, man, but you gotta be careful, man, when you embracing a lot of that energy, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was gonna buy candles from a sister. At these Mexican stores, you could buy candles like for money. You could buy different candles and stuff. And I got some socks too, but I never used it.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely be careful, man. Yeah, shit, I'm falling asleep, man. I'm about to end this thing, man, for the night, man.
Hey, I'm thinking about doing GTA videos or making Aborigine videos. I'm not for sure. Which one should I do?
Hey, man, whichever one a spirit compels you, which one you think will be more informed? Which one you think the people need the most?
Well, I'm good with GTA videos, but I'm not good with presenting myself about who I am and about the information about the Aborigine. But I'm good studying through books and stuff.
Bro,
I say you do both.
Bro, you can do it. You might be a better reader than me. You heard me? You might pronounce words better than me though. So I mean, like I said, bro, if I can make mistakes and make videos or whatever, and people still subscribe and people still come through, then I'm quite sure as long as that information is correct.
The information is good out there, whoa.
Yeah.
On GTA, it got symbols. I should check it out. On GTA, it got symbols about who we are.
There you go.
It got the dream catcher, it got the monuments and stuff like that.
Mm.
It got everything on there. And it's in California. The game was made in California. Los Santos, Los Angeles, Khalifa.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. And if you look on my screen, that's what the game looked like. If you look at my picture, the game looked like that. GTA.
Mm. That's interesting. Wow. That's interesting. That's definitely interesting. Yeah, man. But yeah, let me see who's in the chat before we get up out of here. Let me see.
Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody that came through tonight. We definitely appreciate the love and the support, man.
No doubt. No doubt.
Like, share, subscribe, man. Subscribe to the Chief Holiday channel. Thank you in advance. Thank all the people that subscribe. You know what I'm saying? The channel is definitely growing. Also, anybody, if you ever thought about, jumping in the ring and becoming a content provider, holler at us. You know what I'm saying? We're definitely trying to fill up a 24-hour Aborigine channels. You know what I'm saying? We're going to start with one, but obviously, you know what I'm saying, we're going to be trying to start multiple 24-hour channels. You know what I'm saying? So have different content on different channels. You know what I mean? So that's the goal of what we're trying to do. So, you might see a whole Aborigine cooking channel, you know what I'm saying, talking about Aboriginal stuff, y'all follow me? So anybody that has any ideas, man, holler at us, man. We can brainstorm and put some stuff together if you're interested, and doing something different, man. Because we got to be the ones that start something. You know what I mean? So that's what it is, man. So yeah, man.
Hey, they fucking with you in the chat room.
What is that?
You said you got every sound known to man in your background and shit. Who said that?
Let's say what in the man in the background?
He said you got every sound known to man. Who said that? No sellout. No sellout.
Man, I literally just bought this headphone and microphone like 5 minutes ago. This shit suck. I'm about to throw it away.
That shit sounds clear. Shout out to Laney.
It's clean?
Said shout out to Laney. Said she love that Chief. Peace. Shout out to Alicia, Aboriginal, American Aboriginal.
Yeah, we definitely looking for some sisters to come with some content. We have some ideas. Shout out to Todd Data. We looking for a newscaster. You know what I'm saying? Somebody to do the news. You know what I'm saying? And talk about certain things, man. So, like I said, if you're interested, holler at us, man. We're definitely trying to build our own platforms, build our own entertainment, things like that. And so yes, so holler at us, man. chiefholiday@gmail.com, 702-718 2013.
Shout out to everybody in the chat room. Let me see what we got in the chat room. We got Jay Stacks, Marshall Spark. Gee. Hey, you mute your mic. Well, there you go. All right, now I was telling Chief to mute his mic. No, I just wanted to see what we got in the chat room. See, we got some. You guys say you want to say before we get up out of here, Camel Songs.
Yeah, I would like to say like, share, and subscribe, and I want to say subscribe to AUTOCHTHON channel and Chief Holiday and Aborigine channel and all the Aborigine channels, and subscribe to my channel, and I will be doing videos about Aborigines, about GTA too, GTA Aborigines, because I can find mysteries and stuff.
That's what's up.
I know you would enjoy that.
Indeed, that's what's up. Definitely stick with your niche, man. Whatever you good at, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat room. Shout out to Carl. Shout out to Mackenzie. Nice. Shout out to Ashley D, J Stacks, Sheena Miles, Indigenous America, Indig America. Peace, my brother, Seeker of Truth. Who we got? Cedric Dell, J Stacks. I said that. Let me see. We got Kawa Al. I can never pronounce their last name, my brother. My bad. Shanta Amo. Let's see who else we got here. Video mixes. Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody who came through, man. Definitely appreciate the love, man. And now, yo, I got a new way. Now I know how to do it without showing my Google Hangout. So I ain't even got to use the other system. I could use this system right here and do the same thing. So yeah, man, I'm actually gonna start doing videos for my live stream. I ain't gonna even try to record no more videos. I just probably just do them live like this and just try to do it this way right here, man. So shout out to everybody came through.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's like interactive, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty dope. You can interact with the people while you're doing the video, so I think it's dope. And you know, we're going back to everything that we're saying. You know, is being published. Y'all follow me? If you can do closed caption will pop up and the words will pop up. Somebody's writing these things down or typing them down. So just understand that. So when people say, "Oh, you guys haven't wrote a book," we write books every night. We're writing a movie right now. Y'all in the movie. You guys are the bad guys. How about this? No. You're not the bad guys. You guys are the people that's supposed to be working for the good guys, but you actually working for the bad guys. You know what I'm talking about? Some of these guys even double agents, but we're not going to get into that. The point is, we talked about it last night. Okay, whenever you ask these guys, can they prove that they're Africans? Right? And we gotta eliminate roots, Huck Finn and shit, and genealogical DNA testing. We have to eliminate those. Okay? We have to eliminate those. So when you ask them, you know, that's the first thing they come up with, a DNA and roots. They don't have nothing else. So think about it. Don't even tell them to eliminate it. You know, just know in your mind those things are eliminated. So when you ask them to say, okay, then you tell them that was eliminated after they say it. Because that's all they got. That's fiction. That's pseudo. So yeah, I mean that's just you know, we don't even, it's not a debate anymore. Like me and the Thompsons want to debate. Me and Ab Power can debate. Me and Aboriginal TV can debate. You guys aren't our equals because you guys are still stuck. So, but I still accept all challenges though. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. And we always got the Squad Killers Challenge out there. You know what I'm saying? So whenever y'all ready to feel froggish leap, and we also inviting everybody out in October for the Great American Powwow.
I wish
October 6th, 7th, and 8th. Yeah, what'd you say, bro?
I wish I could go.
Why you can't go?
I don't got no car.
They got plane, trains, and automobiles. Well, I guess not. Yeah, you can. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I had a dream one day, like a dream or something. I had my eyes closed. I was thinking in my head that I was coming to the thing. I was staying to myself. I was walking along the streets, and I had a clip on me because I was scared of trannies and stuff. It was going to attack me.
Man, you ain't gotta be scared of no train, man. You good?
Y'all don't have trainees? Y'all got trainees out there?
He said,
I'm sorry. Is that the politically correct thing to say? I'm sorry. You guys have transsexuals out there with you at, brother? I seen one that was crazy today. It was ridiculous. It was like a dude with titties, you know?
With a beard, with like she shaved and shit.
No, it was a dude. I didn't know what was going on. You know what I'm saying? He was looking weird. Yeah, it was crazy.
Listen, yo, I ain't gonna front, yo. I used to go with a chick, and her aunt was a motherfucking tranny and shit. And she looked just like Serena Williams. Yo, I ain't gonna front, yo. She looked just like Serena Williams. I ain't gonna front, man. Let me get out of here, man. It's that Touchdown Build, man. I got my brother Cam Muson, Chief Holiday, Brother Medicine Man came through. We want, like I said, we gonna get an interview with him because he has a lot of information. Bro. I can't wait to definitely get a more formal interview with him, man. Because like I said, man, and it's a lot of people coming out, man. Like we got the brother Carimio, we got Chief Holiday, we got, you know what I'm saying, Chine, and we got a bunch of brothers out here, man. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these jokers is not qualified. AB Power, brother Jaguar Olmec, everybody else that come through, man. We got a lot of brothers that's qualified as far as like to have a discussion on this topic. You know, like I said, I just like to do the history and just talk about this. Like, I mean, as far as remedies, I already done told you some remedies that I'm working on that you guys should be working on. So when people hit me up and say, oh, well, you guys only talk about history, like, look, how many times I want to tell you, do your ancestry, all right? And then from there, there's other formalities. You know what I'm saying? I mean, me personally, I don't never gotta do no ancestry. I ain't never gotta connect myself to no tribe. All I gotta do is believe and remember what my family told me for me to be that. But if you are trying to go that extra step, then you gotta go walk down your family. I already then went all the way back until almost like the 1820s. I'm all the way back there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to go back, but the last time I was doing some research, I got stuck. So it kind of discouraged me because I was like, the last time I got stuck, it took me like another week before I even went back because I was so pissed off. You know, I was making good progress or whatever. But yeah, man, you gotta definitely research yourself. And like I said, start changing your classification. I mean, well, I started changing my classification. I can't tell you what to do. You do whatever you feel as though is correct. But yeah, man, I started changing my classifications. I started, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're gonna be that, you might as well try to be that for real. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to have people in the world where you got classifications and you got Chinese this and you got Indians and you got all these people, but you got African Americans. Then it's best for you to change that status, man, and let them know. Nah, I mean, you said I'm African American. My grandma said I was an Indian. So until further notice, this is what I am. Matter of fact, and indefinitely, this is what I am. To infinity is over with. I'm a damn Indian. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, man, shout out to the Aborigines, man. I definitely appreciate you guys coming through, man. Um, yeah, man, it's the time bill, man. And we'll be back next week. Might do something later on this week. I actually got something that I'm gonna do with Professor Randy Short. Been kind of basically dialoguing with him lately. And he's an avid a Tanchan as well as he said he got, I believe he said he got Blackfoot and another tribe in him. So with that being said, yo, I'm out of here, man. Y'all brothers, sisters, have a good night, man. You will, like I said, we get another bill. Check out, subscribe to Chief Holiday. Chief Holiday be having some wonderful content on his channel, man. And like you said, man, anybody else that came through. So with that being said, man, peace. Peace to the brothers on the panel, peace to Camel Songs, peace to Chief Holiday, peace to AP Power, and anybody else that came through. That being said, we out of here. Peace.